Welcome back to
He says
tonight's
some.
game of Old School Dungeons and
Yeah.
Dragons. So tonight we have just a few players. Looks like Ethan, Gold, and Honestly. So to get started, as per usual, we'll get your characters ready, and we'll go down the list, of course, starting with Ethan. Do you want to continue as Silas the Third and the Veteran, or someone else?
He died long ago.
Okay.
Stepped on the grenade and died. I made a new character. He's going to be a magic user. I rolled his stats. Hold on, let me look at it quickly. I rolled a 10, 10, 9, 10, 6, and a 5. Not the most handsome person, but nor the most healthy, but he'd be fine.
Right. And what class would you like?
Magic user. I rolled a 4 on hit dice, but I think it's a -2, so, or on his con, so.
6 is a -1.
Oh, it's a -1. Okay, my bad. Oh, and a 3 health. Not bad.
Alright, roll 3d6 for money.
Did, and I got 11 coppers.
Alright, and what kind of gear do you want beside the spellbook?
Let's get him a ranged weapon, so let's get him a bow. Let's get him a long bow. Of course, with all of that stuff. And can you get me a Gambleson?
Let's see. 6, 9. You only have 2 coppers left.
2 coppers left after. Okay. Well, let's buy a bag. A knapsack. That's. All
Right.
my coppers correct. Yeah. Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Nothing else? You have 1 copper left.
What can I get for a copper?
A rope, torches, rations, water skin.
Yeah.
Bandages.
Yeah, let's get torches. Wait, but. Yeah, torches.
I'm sure someone else
fine, right?
can buy some tinderbox. Alright. And for the name.
Old school name, if you could kindly.
Of course.
Thank you.
Alright, his name is ANSIL. ANSIL. And do you plan to hire any men? Or create any new, oh, you already created a new character. So do you have any other characters you could hire?
Is John still alive? Like,
how do you spell it?
It's John. John.
Okay, just making sure, because there's different Johns.
Yeah, there's different Johns.
Looks like he has a leg burn scar.
But he's still alive.
Yes.
Thank God. Yeah.
Do you want to play as John? Or?
I should play as John and hire.
Okay, we can do that. Yeah, you can play as John and hire this guy.
Yeah, and the spells for was going to be just your choice.
Okay, you'll get Sleep
Your
and Read
choice.
Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you want to memorize?
Sleep.
Okay.
John has healed correctly. Yeah, you should have.
Alright, John did heal. It cost him 1 copper, so... Is there anything else you want to prepare before we start as John?
Weight. What is his weight right now?
Let's see, this is 10 on him, 30, 40, 51, 54, 56, 61, 66, 67. 67 encumbrance. He is a medium footman.
And it's 80 when you become heavy.
That's right.
Okay, let's get him. He's able to afford mail, correctly? Right? 50.
Yeah, 55 in your case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 55.
You want it?
Yeah, he's practically impenetrable now against kobolds with normal means.
Right. Alright, anything else?
See a minus 1. Oh, that would be good for now. Thank you, Dungeon Master.
Alright, thank you. Welcome back. Alright, Gold, do you want to continue as Odin II or another character?
We will continue as... yes, Odin II.
Alright, just a moment. As Odin II, do you need to prepare anything?
Yes, I need 6 rations.
Anything else?
I need, what is it? I need a grenade belt with 3 grenades on it.
Okay.
Isn't there a grenadier belt or something?
Sure.
I'm sorry for asking this, I just remembered we had some belt or something at the time.
Yeah, grenade belt's just a belt with 3 pouches.
Yeah.
Alright, total price is 34.
34. I have torches, yes? Where are the torches? Yeah, there, yes. Tinderbox, yes. Slung spear, yes. Slung shield. Epic Anderson. Almond star, yes, yes. Good, yes. I think I have everything I need.
And did you want to roll up a new character as well?
No, I'd like to rehire Zeus the Third. No, Frey. I think it's Freya.
Okay, we'll do a loyalty check. She accepts your offer. Oh, you said Elsie, right? Or who did you want to hire? Or not Elsie?
I think his name. Yeah, Zeus the Third.
Zeus the Third.
Someone of my house who has yet to claim a title.
Okay, he's back. And as an NPC, he probably will want to prepare some things, but you can also make some suggestions to him. At the very least, he will get some better armor.
Probably a better ranged weapon too.
Sure. Do you have a suggestion for him?
I would recommend getting him something he can load quick and that can shoot far, so a longbow or short bow.
Okay. He'll get the longbow then.
Ethan, is it possible for me to bank my money?
Yeah, sure. Alright. Nothing else for preparations?
I would also recommend Zeus get some sort of melee weapon, something like maybe a short sword or dagger,
Sure.
in case he actually gets, attacked.
Right. And honestly, do you want to continue as Victoria or a different character?
No, I rolled up a new character.
You're playing as this new character?
Yep.
Okay. What are the scores?
13, 12, 6, 11, 9, 11.
What class?
Fighter, I rolled 8 hit points. Got 12 copper.
Alright, what kind of gear?
Yes. How much is the sword? I forget.
7. But with the scabbard, it's 8.
If I bought that, would I have enough for the Gemson? Or no?
Gamson costs 5. So 8 plus 5 is 13.
Oh, shit.
Maybe a short sword?
Okay. Yeah, I got a short sword and scabbard and Gemson.
Okay. Total price is 11.
Nice.
Anything else?
That, I mean, the rations are... I'm getting knapsack, yeah.
Knapsack? Okay. What's his name?
Can I hire? Malarkey, actually. That's actually a good one.
How do you spell it?
Hold on. I typed it. Jesus, Discord. MALARKEY. Fuck. Yeah. MALARKEY.
Malarkey. Oh.
Hmm?
You were asking about hiring?
Can I hire Victoria? By any chance?
It is somewhat possible. You'll have to make an offer in turn, but she is technically more experienced than him. However, they are at the same level, so the negotiations, you promise her the standard, which is a share of the spoils and a daily wage of at least copper, right? So
Mm-hmm.
and she thinks about it. She thinks about it. She thinks about it. She accepts.
It's a lot of thinking.
Yeah, I mean, it's a risky job, so a lot of negotiation had to occur. Let's see. Alright, she joins the team, and as an NPC, she realizes she has 9 coppers, and will at least buy herself some body armor. The rest will go home, or to the bank.
Yep.
Okay. She has a spell, sleep memorized for this one, unless you want to change it.
Nope, sleep.
Alright. Let's see. Alright, they should be all the preparations we need to do, so take a 5-minute break. When you get back, we'll start playing.
Alright. So we got 2 mages, which is perfect. 2 fighters, which is perfect. We got a cleric, and what class was retainer gold?
Retainer is a thief.
Hell yeah, we got what we need.
We got a fighter, we got a cleric, we got a thief.
Yep. Two fighters, 2 magic users, thief, and a cleric. This is gonna work well.
I got the
So-
name Malarkey from Band of Brothers.
Yeah. No, I heard that's definitely a real name, even though the last name, I think, if I remember correctly, the surname.
His last name was Malarkey. I just made it my character's name.
Yeah, it's a last name, but it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's so we will send the thief to scout everything out for traps. We're gonna be taking this patiently. We're gonna take this as slow as we can, but that's cool. But because I really don't want to step on mines again.
Aren't we going to Kobolds? Where are you going?
We're going Kobold. Yeah, we're going Kobolds.
Okay.
We're gonna finish them off, or try to at least. We have a decent sized party with retainers and players.
Yeah.
And if we're lucky, hopefully we find some more places to explore. So one thing I learned about running my own BMX game, you get a lot of money from exploring. And it,
Yeah.
I'm building this guy for shot warfare, so.
yeah.
Well, considering the fact that you won't do anything outside your fucking job description, honestly, I think it would be wisest to throw you in the back.
Well, I don't have a gun right now. I have a short sword.
Right now. All right, you're going to be up with me in the front, unless Gold wants to.
I mean, my character has 7 health at level 1. I think it would be wise.
Why not? Oh,
You got 8. You're going up front then. You're getting shot at.
Can I not with the turkey field, please? Can I not?
What?
Who's that?
One thing I have asked Regal for your retainer to go up scouting in front of us. So they're going to be. Because John has no clue. I have no clue what the south. The city you guys were in the south, correct?
We've been to the south before.
I haven't. As a player and a character, I do not know.
Wow. That was the first one we were going to. Is the Southern Cave. Pretty
Well,
sure.
we decided to go to a different cave than the first time.
When you guys went in the atlas?
Because they said the South Cave has already been because of all the siege and stuff. So it's difficult. But I have never been to the South. I'm ready for whatever. I'm ready for whatever. And John is going to be practically impenetrable against these kobolds. They need literal nat 20s. AC of -1 is one hell of a. And since he uses a pole arm, he can cleave, but the issue is that he's going to get easily overwhelmed. So I'm going to need someone who's behind him who can attack.
You can't have a shorter bladed weapon as your secondary weapon, like a short sword or.
I do. He does have a short sword.
Oh, you're fine.
And luckily, I can just drop my magical pole arm and just because it's slung. It won't get. It's slung to his body, so he just won't drop it. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Always sling your magical weapons so you don't lose them.
What if you have a magical sling?
I don't. How would that look like? It's just. I would be.
Should be a +1 to hit, you know?
Yeah. But no, he has a sling magical polearm, which is going to be useful.
Alright, gentlemen. 5 minutes have passed, so we can start playing. Last we left off, the party before you was led by Teklis, Elven Veteran, and followed by a few others. And they've entered north to the Kobold Caves once again, and have continued to campaign against them, and were pretty successful as well. They managed to hunt down some, looks like some armaments, a green slime, and we had one casualty unfortunately, but for the most part the team was pretty successful. Today in our party we have, of course, Silis the third and veteran. Or not Silis.
No, I'm not Silis, I am John.
That's right. Okay, let's fix your nickname. Okay, so then it's John the veteran, Odin the second and acolyte, and Malarkey the veteran, level 1 fighter. Let's see.
Yes.
Couple retainers, or a few retainers, right? Victoria the medium, ZEUS the third, and acolyte, and ANSIL the medium. Alright. So your situation. Your party of 6 stands in the town of Down, the small frontier settlement along the coast here, and soon you'll be setting out on an adventure. Right now, you're finalizing the plans. You've just finished preparing your crew, stocking up on gear, hiring men. Let's see. It is another full day in October. And of course, the war against the kobolds, greenskins, and of course the foreign armies to the south continue to wage on. What does your party want to do for this adventure?
Kobold Cave.
Very well. The march north is maybe 2 hours, at most, maybe an hour, if we're moving pretty quickly. Let's see, by road, but I think that the road is blocked, so the safest route is about 2 hours across the country. Let's see. You would march, of course, northeast along the bridge at first and down the road, and eventually you will march straight north. And then when you hit the next road, you'll continue to the crossroads here, and then northeast toward the KOBOLDS instead of northwest, so, or just directly north instead. Let's see. That will span about 3 miles. Therefore, it might take you about an hour to get there. Yeah, you should get there around 9 o'clock. So the day starts at 8. Unless there are further concerns or questions, does your party want to continue with the usual course of travel at the moment, or something else?
Horse would be fine.
Right. So John has decided to declare that your party will be using the usual course of travel. Speak up if you object or have any other questions or concerns.
I do not.
Sounds good. In that case, the majority of the party have agreed to go north. Odin and John lead the party north, and it looks like Malarkey will follow as the rookie veteran, right? Or the rookie fighter. So northeast is the first part of the travels along the road here through the countryside surrounding down, and eventually crossing the bridge by passing through the gatehouses, right? And into the front lines almost, right? You're in the back line to the front lines of the war, right? Across the river. You would march along the river though, and push on northwest till you hit the road, right? Or just north. Okay, so throughout your travels, as you march across these tall grasslands, there's a chance to encounter monsters naturally. Very low chance, but every time we march or travel the wilderness, we have to check. 2 ones indicate an encounter with wandering monsters, animals, and a 1 here indicates an encounter with the occupying force. Right, downmen. After an hour of marching, it was an uneventful trip to the southern siege camp near the KOBOLD caves, north of the road intersection here, north of Down. You've arrived. Not far from the siege camp is of course the hills, the grassy hills among which you will find the cave entrances that lead down into the lair of the KOBOLDS, the remaining enemy force occupying this grassland grid north of Down. So now that you're here at the siege camp, do you want to just pass on by, or do you want to stop by and visit, or something else?
We will just head right in.
Alright, and what entrance do you want to take today?
We're taking south.
Very well.
Yes.
Your party approaches the southern cave entrance. Odin agrees. Malarkey follows. And upon arriving, of course, you can see that it is a guarded cave entrance, secured by forces from Down, and parts of the cave, of course, have been recently secured, allowing easy access into the first few areas before you can continue your exploration into more dangerous and risky areas that might be rewarding, of course, if you manage to survive the hunt, right? Alright. And before we go on in, your party is allowed to start mapping out the area and, of course, equip their crew and organize their team or marching order, right? So, usual course of events will usually be to start mapping it out, right? Start equipping your characters and then start forming your marching order. So here's the small scale map as your party looks over their map and updates it as they prepare to head on in. And then you pull up the campaign map, and last we left off, we had a few tokens on the board indicating the positions of various characters in there, but should be pretty accurate as we proceed forward. There should be other mercenaries in there to help guard the position, but we'll get your board or tokens on the board. Odin the Second's token here, and ZEUS the Third, his retainer. We'll need some tokens for the other guys, like John and his retainer.
John.
ANSIL.
John is. Yes.
Alright, John. So, as you help map out the area, you're also able to equip your character and annotate what you're using on the map. So, what do you plan on using for this one? Your polearm or something else?
His magical polearm.
Sounds good. And for your retainer ANSIL, it looks like he's gonna equip his bow.
Yeah, he will equip his bow. And unless no one else lights torches, he will light one.
okay, two will carry it
Yeah.
between the two.
Who wants a torch?
I'll take the torch.
Malarkey plans to take a torch. Anyone else?
Odin can carry a torch.
Okay.
Yep.
So John, are you using your torches or your retainer's torches?
Retainer's torches. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Good time?
Alright.
Okay.
3 torches left on ANSIL. Let's see. Odin, is just a torch and shield as usual, or something else?
Torch and shield, aye.
Okay. And ZEUS, pull and sling, or something else?
I think it would be wiser with his bow.
Okay. Two longbowmen, nice. Alright,
Oh no.
and then, honestly, as Malarkey, do you want to equip your sword and torch, or something else?
Sword and short sword and torch. Yep.
Alright, and your retainer is Victoria. She will equip her staff, I suppose.
Yep.
Alright, sounds good. She technically could also equip a torch. So if Odin would prefer to use his weapon, but if he's going to be at the front, he might have the torch. Victoria will have a free hand for casting. Okay. So, with that, you have mapped the entrance area, which appears to be, of course, in the south face of this hill. There's the cave entrance, 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep, leading into the first cave that continues toward the northwest. Through a mapped area, right? You can see that in the tunnel itself, there's one guardsman. Further in, there's another guard at the campfire. Now you have mapped, you have equipped your crew. Next is to organize your marching order. So who would like to lead the way in?
John will be in the front.
John and Odin?
Odin.
Then should it be the longbowmen and then Malarkey and Victoria?
Yep.
Right, very well. You begin exploration of the cave, which assumes careful movement, mapping, and observation, right? You carefully climb down to the cave, you are observing down the tunnel, you are mapping as you continue, right? Slowly you move, and as you make your way down the first tunnel, you map out the cave up ahead to make sure it's clear, and it appears to be clear. No major changes have occurred. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 possible changes. Okay. Alright then. So basically, some minor changes have occurred here since the last time you were here. Naturally, there's a few mercenaries here. There is also some defenses that have been put up since the last time you were here. It appears that they have created, they have dug out the center of the cave to create a sort of moat or entrenchment. It is about 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep-ish. Let's see. To indicate its position, I'll use line. Actually, yeah. Alright, so they have dug out a sort of moat, and spanning across it is indeed a bridge made of a wooden plank. Or actually, yeah, wooden planks. A wooden plank bridge spans across it. Nothing too safe or nothing too dangerous. Just a few planks together. Just be careful when you cross, I suppose. It would be about 15 feet long, spanning across the gap, allowing you to proceed safely. Also garrisoned by 2 more mercenaries have arrived on shift. Typically, every mercenary you see here has a secondary, right, that they can swap out with. It was resting at the time. So, but anyway, yeah. 2 mercenaries manned the eastern side, looks like. And there's 2 mercenaries on the other side. There might be more further in. So you cross the bridge, as it's the only way to continue. But if it's not what you want to do, please speak up. But your party is exploring into the cave. They've mapped out what they see, and they start crossing over the bridge to the other side of the cave, as it's the only way to proceed, with one exit to the northwest. Sorry, John, are you trying to say something? Okay.
Yeah, same. We're just trying to proceed.
Past the second exit of the cave, right, which is to the northwest on the north wall, there's a 10-foot tunnel, 10 feet wide, 10 feet deep, leading toward a 10-foot square intersection with 2 other exits, or 2 other tunnels continuing past it, north tunnel and east tunnel. The north tunnel leads to a corner in what appears to be mapped out a dead end. It is indeed, or it was indeed, covered with mushrooms that could be changed. Let's see. Since the last time you were here, we'll check for any updates to this next area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 areas. Alright, there are little to no changes. So the mushrooms remain there. It looks like that has been avoided. The mushroom growth on the floor and walls to the northwest. There's another fire between the mushrooms and, of course, the intersection. And there's a man manning the other side of the intersection. Another man manning this side of the intersection. The open pit trap is still there, the kobold gear that was left here has been removed or sold or placed elsewhere, maybe taken back to camp. There are still dried bloodstains on the cave floor and walls, right? That has not yet to be dried or wiped clean, right? Over time it will dissipate and turn into just, it will just fade out as the cave continues to make changes, right? As water, or as water rinses off, cave water and rainwater or whatever wipes it clean. But for the most part, remnants of dried bloodstains cover the floor and walls, right? And same thing with the sort of south. There's actually quite a bit of blood here too. Make your way over into cave rocks. In the cave rocks there's darker colorations where many kobolds were at some point blown up into pieces, right? There's damaged rocks from shrapnel. There's of course signs of a battle that occurred here, right? In the rocks and on the wall there's dried blood stains, right? So cavernous cave, just signs of struggle, right? So besides dried blood stains, you see of course basically damaged or blasted cave rock, right? So dried bloodstains, of course. Blasted cave rock. Alright, that should be a good enough descriptor. The area. When you make it to the intersection, the tight squeeze, the mercenaries of course make some space for you, and you can fall back so you can proceed further in. But you made it to the intersection, and after this point, it can get a bit dangerous, possibly, or no, a little further up it might get dangerous. The next area should be also manned. I believe that it's also been taken, but just not been mapped out. But yeah, it's been retaken. The cave to the east was cleared by the last group. They killed the green slime that was in there. It was Tech Lisa's party. So the fireplace has been, or the campfire has been placed back in there, along with a guard shift. At least one guard securing the chamber. But we'll check for any changes to the area up ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe minor change. Nothing major. Okay. Minor changes. I suppose it's just campfire. It's the only minor changes, yeah. Okay, so just minor changes to your map. Campfire, one mercenary manning the post at the moment, right? His job is not really to defend it, but to report if there's enemies and fall back, right? Since this area is not easily defended, since there's two ways enemies can approach from. So for the most part, unless we had enough manpower, we can, defend both sides at once, but usually they'll fall back and funnel them into the singular tunnel where we can have two people attack from two different directions, right? So here, of course, is a bit more dangerous. It's kind of an even fight if the enemies choose to attack from two different sides. But if it's, they attack from two different sides and we don't have enough manpower, it's a disadvantageous area to hold, right? We'll see. All right. Yes, you made it there. At this point, you'll have to decide if you want to proceed east through the barricade here, or north toward a stone door at the far end of the tunnel. How would you like to proceed?
Let's go north.
Going north, there should be a stone door up there.
We have the thief check it out.
Yeah, the thief should be checking that out.
Yeah. Oh. We'll let the thief go up there, check the door, make sure it's all clear, traffic.
Alright, the thief as in ZEUS, the retainer, right?
ZEUS.
Okay. So you order him to go check the door, right? As he moves up, you guys want to just stay back?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, he is a thief. His reaction is Rex. This will be a discipline check to see if he's willing to go, if he's loyal and obeys this order, right? He is concerned as he proceeds. He doesn't outright decline, I would say, because it's not a very risky task and it's part of his job, but he does ask that if it's alright, he will prod the floor ahead before he checks the door for traps.
That's what I said.
Okay.
You can talk before.
Okay, because he's assigned a bow right now.
It might be. Might be.
Okay, so he starts prodding the floor up ahead, carefully moving down the tunnel toward the stone door, mapping as he goes. As he maps, reports no changes to the floor as he prods across it 10 feet up ahead. Arrives at the stone door area, finally, and that's when he gets something triggered. He was tapping, and he prods down into a bungee trap that's been dug out, because at some point this area was lost, and we never cleared this tunnel exactly. We never went down it, but he was pushing down the cave floor, and covered by some sand and dirt was indeed a bungee trap, right? So there was maybe a tarp over it, some nails or spikes securing it loosely, and when he pushed down the floor, he felt the floor was weak here. If you want, he can trigger the trap and disable it so you all know where it is, but it's basically a 5-foot bungee trap or pitfall trap directly before the door.
Please do.
Alright, he will press down and trigger the trap.
John's gonna say.
So he'll do that from 10 feet. Okay, so he pushes down 5-10 feet away, right, and pushes the tarp into the pitfall trap, revealing its position. And now we know where it is. 5-foot pitfall trap.
It kind of blocks the way.
It does. Yeah, it really does. They dug this out so that no one can proceed. We can fill it up, we can get the bridge maybe, we can try to squeeze around it, but it is indeed a trap.
No, squeezing is too dangerous. So let's
Try this other one. They're kind of forcing you to use this one though, maybe for a reason, right?
Understand, but like that's definitely dangerous up there. That we can tell for sure.
Stone door, pitfall trap dug out right outside of it. ZEUS tapped into it.
And clearly that other tunnel is a death trap too, because it's only a 5-foot, right?
Yep.
5-foot.
5-foot tunnel east.
So it might be better. North is going to be probably well defended because they're defending it with traps and stuff. There's a death trap towards east. I say we fill up or make a bridge over this trap and we continue north. That's probably going to be a lot more dangerous. Are you guys fine with that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, we will go. We'll go. So how deep was it again?
The pit?
Yeah, the pit. How deep is the pit?
It's about 5 feet deep. 5 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet.
How much, what would we need to buy to fill it up with stuff?
Bags of dirt.
Yes, if you had shovels, you could move rock or dirt around. You're in a cave though, it's mostly rock. So you might need some pickaxe to get rubble. Piles of
I
rubble.
know there's also a secondary location we can go to. Down east, I'm not sure if that's been emptied. There should be a garrison or barricade or something down there. Yeah.
Yes, but that's likely a death tunnel.
From what I've been told, there should be a garrison in there, so if they're still alive in there, up there where we're trying to get in, there's all the sick and elderly and young. We could try and blow the door up.
Perfect.
I mean, I have some grenades.
Yeah, but we will need to fill up the hole. 'Cause I feel like a bridge definitely would not be able to support an explosion. So let's do this.
We don't need to fill it up. We don't need to fill it up after the door. Before the door is blown off. We can always fill it up after the crisis we're going to fight. Because presuming when that door comes off, the goblins are going to know something's happening and rush us. That hole is there, they're going to have a harder time. You get what I mean, Ethan?
Alright, sorry, I hit a dead zone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. So, if we blow the door up, the goblins are going to rush us. And when they rush us, they're going to run into that hole, at the very least, at the start. We can play this defensively or we can play it offensively.
Defensively might... Okay. Well, here's what we could do. Blow the door. We go in the hole. We also get some planks. Once we take out their initial attack, we put the plank down and we rush in. How about that?
That I can deal with, yes. We need to buy some wood then.
Yes.
When you have no defenses...
So, another dead zone. Hello. Anyways, so I want to tell the mercenary. I would like you to meet an area once we come back with all our stuff. Is that fine with you, sir?
Sorry, John. Or Ethan, say that one more time. You cut out.
Yeah. Come on. Okay. It says to the mercenary, once we are back with wood and stuff, I would ask kindly to move out in the immediate area as this will become a combat zone. Once we're back with wood and blow that door.
The mercenary reacts negatively. Tells you that.
Does John have charisma? Pretty sure he does.
Oh, he does. Okay, so he reacts.
At 13.
In that case, he'll react confused or uncertain of you, right? So he says,
yeah.
He says, because his orders are to defend and report the situation. So he will, and you're asking him to leave as you guys prepare to blast it.
When we come back with wood and stuff, and we blast.
All right.
Told him this will be an active combat zone unless he wants to potentially die.
Right.
I recommend him to leave when we come back with wood. When we come back, if we're going to leave.
All right. So.
Get going.
Yeah. In that case, you clarified that. You ask him to leave when you get back, and he reacted uncertain of you and confused, and therefore what he said in response was kind of a confused yes, just let me know when you're ready and I'll head out, right?
Alright, thank you, sir. And John is now going to lead the party out of the cave to get some wood.
Alright, so you don't have to explore on the way out, you can just march out of the cave. It shouldn't take you long, but you did stay in the cave for another 10 minutes making plans and discussing here in this cave.
That is
So
fine.
you didn't leave the cave until you didn't start leaving until 9:20, and because 2 turns did pass, I do have to make a wandering monster check. Clear. Right. You made your way out of the cave, and you make your way out. By the time you're out, it's still about 9:20, maybe 9:25 at most, or just about 9. Yeah, about 9:20. Sometime between 9:20 and 9:30. All right. So you're back out here, and you plan to collect wood on your own, or you're gonna try to buy it somewhere?
Yeah, we're gonna. Can we buy wood here? As it's a siege camp, they probably have a whole bunch of wood stuff, don't they?
They might. I mean, they don't actively sell wood. They typically, of course, it's not a lumber mill, so they typically use the wood to fuel their fires and reinforce or repair any wooden structures, right, or defenses. So it's not openly sold. The typical means to get wood is to gather it yourself, but wood is scarce out here in these grasslands. So actually, all the wood here is imported because there's little to no trees out here, right? So if you did buy wood from them, it would be very expensive, right? Wood. You might need to look for another means to fill the hole, right? Because clearly wood is a commodity or rare, more difficult commodity out here.
All right.
You have no
Well,
complaints.
it's time. Do they have Baxter or sand that we can use to fill up that 5-foot hole?
I suppose sandbags or dirt bags might be available for purchase. Just bags of dirt and such. Due to service fees and such and material costs, it would be a little pricier. Maybe about 2 coppers
Would it be
per.
just cheaper to buy? Oh, okay. 2 coppers.
2 coppers per bag, right, of sand or dirt. I think out here it's dirt. They don't have sand, so it's bags of dirt. 2. So dirt is not very. It's pretty good, but sandbags are a lot tougher, right? Because it's like rock and such, right? Little rocks. So it still does the job you're looking for completing, right? Because you're not trying to build the fences naturally, so
Yes.
you're trying to fill a hole. Every bag of dirt is about 30 pounds of dirt, right? And 30 pounds of dirt is about the size of a shoebox, like 1 foot by 1 foot, right? So given that it's 5 feet by 5 feet by 5 feet, that's a lot of dirt you'll need to buy. Let's see, unless you get the dirt in your own terms or means. But if they're selling you bags of dirt for mainly they're selling it for the material cost. It's gonna be 1 copper per bag of dirt. It might be cheaper.
Get a bag and a shovel.
Yeah.
Get a bag and a shovel.
It might be cheaper to do that. Get your own bag or a wheelbarrow maybe to fill with dirt to drive it into the cave.
How much are wheelbarrows?
You might do that, or you might look for another means to fill it. Maybe a more natural means, right?
Like gather some rock and just fill it up.
Possibly.
But you said there was just kind of rubble. Is there enough? Was there enough in there to fill up an entire cave?
Probably not.
We're also trying to do it somewhat quietly, somewhat.
Oh, I see.
Before
In
we
that
blow
case,
open the doors.
yeah, then dirt might be your best means of approach then. So
yeah,
wheelbarrow, you will have to buy one of those, and they don't have those for
would
sale here at the siege camp. Let's go back to town, buy vehicles from a wheelbarrow maker.
Let's buy some bags.
Bags filled with dirt.
Look like we can buy some shovels, buy some bags.
Wouldn't
Okay.
it just be easier to buy some shovels than shovel rock in?
There might not be enough loose rock to shovel in.
At this
Alright.
point, we should just go with
Sorry, Ethan, you're cutting out a lot right now.
Yeah, he's hitting a dead zone currently. I don't know what the fuck he does. You back?
Can you hear me?
Somewhat.
I just hit a dead zone again.
Yeah, you're in a dead zone
Or
here.
rubble and dirt and make a more structural sound platform.
Can dirt make a more structurally sound platform? Possibly, if compacted with enough dirt.
Well, what I was thinking was you can combine the dirt and rubble and it would be more structurally sound.
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, the
Yeah,
dirt, yeah, it's like mixed in with
yeah,
rubble a little bit here and there. Yeah, definitely if you mix an equal amount, maybe, or more rock than dirt, it might be a stronger, more compact.
yeah. So let's buy some shovels. And how much weight can a bag hold? Like a sack?
A sack can get 30 pounds, but a backpack can get 80 pounds. You can also get large sacks. Large sacks only cost 2 coppers, and they carry 60 pounds. A backpack costs 3 coppers and carries 80, right?
Yeah. But I really don't want to keep a backpack. Like I'm just kind of just gonna throw it back right after I'm done with it. It's not nothing I'm gonna keep.
And the amount of dirt you'll need, by the way.
But
Um,
does John have a backpack?
he
Don't look like it.
there's a satchel,
It's
yeah.
satchel.
Okay. So by the way, the amount of dirt you'll need to fill up a 5 foot by 5 foot cube pit, right? It's our 5 foot cube pit is gonna be, let's see, it's 5 times 5 times 5, 125 sacks, or 30 times 125, which is about 375 pounds of dirt, right? Or uh, in other words, it's 125, I think, or sorry, 5 times 5
So it's
times
gonna take
5,
a while.
125 bags of dirt, or sacks of dirt, right? Worth. So if you bought a sack for every character, let's say a large sack, how about that? And also you have to keep in mind the labor fee too. You have to or the labor cost, right? It's gonna cost you time to dig up dirt first, fill the sacks, and then carry it in, pour the sacks of dirt into the pit, right? A very long process. So are you sure you want to do that for this expedition? It could take you the entire expedition.
Well, okay.
Could get a handcart. Because a handcart can hold 1,000 pounds.
Now,
And just
more mundane tasks like that can be paid for if the area is secure, right? So if it secures these areas, you can actually pay for such services, right, to get done. Because the daily wage is 1 copper. So if you hire shift workers, for example, they would work for 8 hours, and 8 hours of hauling dirt, depending on the means and tools you give them, they can do that for 8 hours for 1 copper, right? For like if you like are guarding the position or secure it, clear it of monsters, then standard mercenaries or in this case non-combative retainers will provide such services, more mundane services. So technically, this cave is secure to some extent, right? As long as we have a few guards watching the door, ready to engage an enemy force in case the enemy decide to rally out and meet you, right? Or open that door and attack. Shift workers can come in, or non-combative retainers can come on through and perform the task for you, right? At the cost of 1 copper each. Of course, you have to pay for all the tools and supplies you'll need to get the job done. So you have to contract them out. So that might be a contract job, right? Like you have to hire. You can try to do this job yourself, but that might cost your entire expedition, right? You're here to hunt monsters and treasures, not to dig up dirt and fill holes, right? Unless you really want to, right? That might not be very profitable.
Does the siege camp have ladders?
Yes. Yep. There you go. So now you're coming to like more practical
Can you hear me again?
methods.
We can lay the ladder across the pit and we can walk on the ladder.
All right. There we go. Thank you, Han. Thank you. What's your character's name again? Malarkey. Thank you for bringing that up.
So build some bridges.
Also, I hit another dead zone. My bad. Anyway.
Ladders, of course, are good for climbing. They might not make the most secure bridges, but it is possible to walk across one if you're careful about it without tripping, right? Of course, the issue in that case would become the door being pushed open. You'd have to get that door open first before you span the ladder across, because if the ladder is just on that little ledge there, it's not very sturdy, right? And if the enemy opened the door for whatever reason and decided to push the ladder or whatever, they've got a good advantage.
It's a 5.
Yeah,
It's
to trip us.
It's
So-
a less than 5 foot gap right here. You can see,
I
right?
do have-
It's about maybe 1 foot ledge on the other side of the pit.
Okay.
I do have a question. I do have a question.
What's up?
Was there spikes at the bottom of the pit trap?
Yep, they're bungee. It's a bungee trap, so there are wooden stakes at the bottom.
And how long are they?
They're about 1 foot each. So if you fell in there, you would maim yourself, or you wouldn't maybe kill yourself, but you would be wounded, injured, maybe have a permanent disability as holes, as you get poked with holes.
How about this? What if we filled it only like a little bit of halfway, maybe a little bit less than half, where we could cover the bungee traps, but we're still able to maybe climb up.
They're made of wood, by the way.
Oh, we could probably break them.
Or burn them.
That would probably. The thing is, we're trying to do this somewhat quietly before we blow the door open. But you know what? At this point, I think we should just go east if we want to go fight.
It's a less than 5 foot gap, so you can take that off and 10 foot fall, put the door open, and lay the ladder across and walk across.
Bungee traps.
But
Okay.
there's going to be enemies. There's going to be enemies, right? And it also depends if the hinges are if the door opens inward instead of outward, or it would be outward for us, inward for them. So
It can open.
it could do that. It could do that.
This is what the bungee traps look like.
Yeah, I see. Thank you, Dr. Mr. Okay. Sorry, Dungeon Masters, this taking a little bit.
It's all good.
Figuring out.
It is 9:30 though in the game world. Another 10 minutes have passed since you've been making plans in the cave. Or on the fire, maybe.
Yeah.
A guard shift watching that north side. But the leaders discuss plans around the fire, where they can
Let's
see and
just
look
get
over
some
their
wood,
head.
cover the hole, and then let's get some wood, blow the door off, and whenever we climb over, we put the fucking wood over the hole and just go in. At this point,
Expensive. So, I will, if
I
I'm
could-
able to buy the wood, I will. What?
no, go on.
The guard will warn you though that if we do try to attack, right, he has been hearing enemies from mainly the east, right? Only thing protecting us from the east is a pole barricade. So it's just a wooden pole barricade consisting of 44 wooden poles that have been tied together and placed against the east, but it's not even been nailed in or anything. So it's a loose barricade that can be moved out of the way, right? So it's a 10-foot pole
Maybe
barricade.
also.
Right? So
Having
a weak barricade to the east provides
go through there.
little cover, much concealment, right? They're just made of wooden poles.
What we could do is send a scout towards the east to see what's up there, clear any traps, and then we will advance ourselves. Does that sound alright to you all?
That's fine. Gold.
Alright. Once again, I will ask our thief. So,
Yes.
I request of our thief to go down to the east hole to clear out traps, investigate what's up ahead. If you see any enemies, get away. Come back to us. Alright?
I'll follow along. Odin will follow Zeus as Zeus tries to, you know, go through that barricade.
Okay, so we'll have to move the barricade.
All right.
Again, it's just a wooden pole barricade. Let's see, like a wooden fence. Let's see, wooden pole barricade. It's like a basically a fence, like a wooden fence here, made of wooden poles, all tightly packed together. So, wooden barricade made of thin poles. So, something. It's not even made of stakes. They're thin poles, so they're very weak. It's a very weak barricade. Wooden stick barricade. It's extremely weak.
So, what sounds like
But there's so many of them that it might provide a decent amount of concealment and protection, just not as much as a stake wall or actual wooden barricade. So the pole barricade, I wish there was a better picture online, but it's easily moved. It's just basically been propped up against the cave ceiling, basically. So it's standing vertically, but like the upper half is leaning up against the east wall, right, right above the exit, right. So it's just propped up against the exit, and he has to move it, or John can move it. Let's see. So John wants, he can grab it and pull it out of the way so Zeus can proceed with the pull. If Odin, you want, you can stand in front of him with your shield and protect him in case there's something on the other side. How do you guys want to do this?
Something to nut up or shut up.
Yeah, what's the plan?
I'll go in front of Zeus. But no. Let's get the fucking poles down. The poles down so me and Zeus can get in.
Alright, so move the barricade first without peeking. Just get it out of the way first. See if anything happens.
I mean, yes, Odin will be first with the shield, obviously, to peek, as you say.
So John is gonna pull the barricade out of the way. And to represent it, this line here will be the barricade. So just kind of pulls it out of the way. Toward the north now.
Alright.
Or, let's see. Grabs it, pulls it back. I guess puts it up against the wall. Or you can actually land it flat on the floor. So John, how do you, when you pull that barricade out of the way, do you want to just set it on the floor? Do you want to lean it up against the wall or something else?
Lean it up against the wall to the east.
Okay. He pulls it out of the way, and we check if there's any reaction from the other side.
Nothing.
Clear. Alright.
I think he's having connection issue.
Oh, Ethan? Yeah.
There we go. I regained internet.
Welcome back. So yeah, John pulled the barricade out of the way, right?
Oh, okay.
And there was no, Odin had the crew clear out. He asked if John could pull the barricade out of the way, so it was up to you to pull it, and he wanted you to put up against the east wall. So John, did you want to do that?
Yes,
Okay.
I will do that.
So you pulled out of the way, which revealed a 5-foot tunnel headed east into a cave that continued northeast as you peek around the corner. Right. So you pulled it. You waited for any reaction. There was none. You heard nothing. You see nothing at the moment. You peek. You look down the tunnel. There's no enemy fire. You're looking down. If we get a torch up here, Odin's torch, you look down the tunnel. And again, it leads to a cave that continues northeast. You can already see the south wall, right, of the cave. So you can tell that the cave continues northeast. But you see nothing at the moment and hear little to nothing, right?
Alright, let's set our feet down. Check for traps.
Okay, Zeus is on the way in. Carefully, we do a loyalty check. This is a dangerous task.
I follow him in. I wouldn't.
Oh, okay, very well. So Odin, you're in the front.
I'm not cruel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, are you behind him, or are you crouched and then he can poke?
I would be behind Zeus. Yeah.
Zeus behind him. Okay. So he's poking the floor as he moves in. You're behind him.
Hmm?
If you want to provide defense, you can crouch walk in front of him, and then he can prod over you, right? That way, if there's
Okay,
enemy
we'll do that
attack, you can
instead,
stand. It's like
Yeah,
a tank, right?
I didn't know that was an option. We will do that instead. Thank you.
So he first, of course, he prods the area you're going to step into without you up ahead. So he prods this area 10 feet away. Then you can move up, and they can prod over you as you crouch, right? So you sneak in there, and he stands and pokes over you, right? And make sure that the floor directly ahead of you is safe to walk on. And is clearing. You guys are clearing this next room, right, together. So you're in the front, carefully observing behind your shield. He's above you, observing up ahead and prodding that floor. And you're moving into a cave. It's about 20 feet to 20 feet maybe, with one exit to the southeast that's visible to your crew. And the cave walls are covered in vines. And at the center is, double check actually. Alright, so yeah, you walk in here, and the walls are covered in vines, right? And you see a very unfortunate sight. The sound of buzzing in the air. Yeah, you hear the sound of buzzing in the air. It stinks. It smells like something is rotting in this cave as you proceed east. And what you end up finding is a very horrifying sight. Again, there's vines over the wall in here, and basically there's a wooden beam in the middle of the chamber. It stinks in here, by the way. And on the wooden beam, unfortunate sight, barely alive, right, it appears, but there are indeed prisoners in this cave. They are missing limbs. They look in terrible condition, and it's there's one other exit to the far northeast corner, but they are leashed around the neck. It is a horrible sight. It's hard to tell what they are anymore, right? You almost thought they were monsters, but they're not, right? They are people in here. They smell so bad. Maybe prisoners, right? So originally, when we first entered this cave, this was a prison, right? We found one prisoner here, right? So shackled to the wall in the original start of his South campaign approach, right? We found another prison cell area, and the prisoners have little to no limbs, are collared by the neck to a one wooden beam. The collars are very short, so they can't get very far, right? Or the leashes, maybe 5 feet long leashes, allowing them, or less than 5 feet, maybe like a yard long, right? So they can't even reach the walls. But there's vines over the walls, and it stinks, and it's very musty in here. So that's it.
You say they have little limbs?
They have little to no limbs left.
Jesus Christ.
It's quite cruel. Let's see.
But they would probably just... God.
So there's one there. Let's roll to see how many there are actually.
How many are there of bodies?
There's about
Right.
18 different people in here, just stacked up,
Oh my
right?
Dead. Oh my god.
It smells horrible, right? Some are dead, probably, actually. Maybe half of them are dead. So, maybe 9,
John,
actually.
I see your sister.
What? I don't have a sister.
Then it's your mother.
So 9 are living and 9 are dead, probably. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
gee.
alright, it's a pretty horrifying sight.
I'm gonna say up to Odin and say, "You're a clerk, right? We can't just mercy kill him, correct? We have to bring him out."
We have to bring him out. Tell the mercenary to get fucking doctors ready.
Yeah, I turn to
Me
mercenary.
and,
We found. Yeah.
me and ZEUS almost immediately are gonna make our way over to the other entrance and block it off.
Okay. So you and ZEUS are headed back out to block the north?
No, not
No.
that entrance. Other one, the one in the hall. The other hall.
Oh.
Go back to the room
Oh, yeah.
with the bodies.
This one up here.
The eastern, this, yeah.
So you and Zeus will move up there around the smelly corpses and remains and, of course, disabled people, right? Let's see. Alright, and as they move in, John, what did you say you wanted to do?
Yeah, John. He was gonna say to the mercenary, "We found prisoners. We need doctors. If we have doctors here." Oh God, it's horrible.
He's not certain, right? He's confused. So you're asking him to get help? His job is to man this post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help.
Only abandon it typically if he needs to report any changes, right? So you will abandon the post since you're here.
Yeah.
Let's see. I guess because we rolled 7, he's confused and not sure. So he says that he will go ask, but he's not sure if there's any available, right? So.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. In the meantime, Malarkey, did you want to take any other actions?
I would like to follow in to the east.
All right, make your way in. Okay. And of course, Odin and Zeus are posted to the east, northeast, right? Carefully watching that next exit. So you carefully peek down the next tunnel, and when you get over here, right, this tunnel is covered in some vines, but not as many vines, and you can tell that water is draining in, or actually, it's pooling down into this cave. Mainly from the north area. It's kind of musty and wet. Some of the water trickles down toward the east, maybe. That's about it. That's all you notice. But it's another narrow tunnel, and it seems to be leading east for about maybe 20 feet, and then south. Okay.
Wait a minute. Zeus, check the northern wall. Check it's actually a wall.
Okay. You wanted to prod the walls to the north?
Yeah.
Okay. You're willing
I
to...
don't trust vine-covered walls.
Should he move around you over here, or should he, are you going to
He
step
should-
out of the way into the tunnel?
I'm gonna take, just a few steps forward, wouldn't
Okay.
go too much.
Yeah.
And
It's clear, fortunately. You didn't step in the trap there. He taps. Make sure it's clear, actually. Minor changes, possibly. Yeah. Alright.
I don't like that.
That indicates changes, possibly. Alright, but yeah, he tapped the walls for sure, and realized that the vines here, although they're thick like the rest of the vines, his pole goes through those vines and into a tunnel. So there's a secret tunnel here to the northwest. That might be a bad sign. That might be another exit, a whole other exit.
That is a very bad. That's a very bad sign.
So upon realizing that
John,
that's an
break the
exit,
fucking...
Malarkey arrives in the chamber too, by the way. Let me check for a wandering monster encounter. Clear. Clear. Okay. So fortunately, it's clear,
John,
nothing's
bring
coming
the...
through. But there's a whole other exit here that you can't see, right? But you revealed a whole secret entrance. So John is not with you guys.
John,
No, he's
bring...
outside.
No, he's not, because
He's
he's
with these
evidently
guys.
over there.
So in the meantime, while you guys were busy checking the walls and such, Malarkey, you made your way into the cave and you sold us. This is the first time seeing all this, right? All these what's left of rotting corpses, right? Mostly limbless, right? Some are missing all their limbs, some are missing just their legs. But it's a really disgusting sight, right? Mostly just heads and torsos remain. It smells horrible in here, like blood and rot and must. Do you want to do anything in here?
You said we can't see that exit to the north?
You got in here, you're seeing that Zeus is prodding into it right now, right? So there's some vines there, and his pole goes right through the vines.
Oh. Interesting.
But actually, before he even did that, what were you doing though? Because like he was doing other things. He didn't actually discover until later. So you walked in there, were you just watching Zeus the entire time, or were you doing anything else before he made that discovery?
Yeah, I would be guarding towards northeast, yeah.
Okay, you would have been watching northeast while he was checking that wall. In the meantime, John, while they were busy exploring the area or securing it, you know, Victoria and Ansel were with you out here as the guard was sent off to get some help. Did you just want to wait in here or something else?
I will order my retainer to watch the north.
Okay.
The north stone door, and he is going to go enter with his short sword and start cutting people's they're on leashes, right? You said.
Yeah. You want Victoria to,
Yeah.
or you want Ansel to do that, or you said he's guarding the door, so.
Yeah, I'm asking him to go north. I'm going to go in.
Oh, and cut the ropes or leashes.
Yeah, cut them off. Yeah, leashes.
Alright. The Victoria, do you have orders for her? Even though she's not your retainer, but her master is Malarkey actually. So Malarkey, did you have Victoria come with you? Or did you leave her in the cave?
Yes, and
You're cutting out, honestly. You're muffled.
cutting out.
Your mic is muffled.
Yeah, hello, muffled.
My mic's muffled.
Okay, it's better.
Okay. Let's have Victoria to like come in with me into the south of me.
South of you, okay. Alright, John's making his way in too, right? So while you were guarding north, Victoria walked in, sees all that, makes possibly a morale check, right? It's a horrifying sight. She passes the morale, and she stands her ground. It stinks, right? She almost pukes. John made his way in, tries to get past the two of you, so Malarkey, I guess you would step out of the way, and then he can start severing the leashes and freeing these poor souls, right? Yeah, half of them are definitely
Can
dead.
I make sure Can I make sure there's not any traps on them? Like, look over them, like, see like possible traps. I feel like it's really weird to leave prisoners unguarded.
Yeah, that's weird, right? Why would they do that? So.
Yeah. So.
How do you want to look for
I will
traps?
check
Like,
for trap. So basically, what he's going to do is like he's just going to look around them, see if there's any like tripwires on them that will, if he tries to cut away, look at like maybe their ankles, look at the leashes themselves, see if they're connected to any traps. Basically, looking where things that possibly can be attached to the human body.
Okay.
Yeah, it is bright in here, correct? Or is it?
Yeah, it's well lit by Odin's torch. All that's in here where the girls are is a wooden beam that their leashes are tied to. It's a pretty wide wooden beam, about 1 feet or 2 feet wide, something like that. So almost like just an actual log, right? So
Yeah. So, says he's gonna check their ankles, anything where ropes can be attached to the human body, and like the leashes themselves, to see if there's like any grenades attached to them.
sure, yeah. So you're checking, looking around, and as you're moving through them, you feel actually almost invisible to your sight. There's actually strings among them too, like very thin fishing line, right? So string, almost invisible, but yeah. Besides ropes, you're feeling for strings. They're hella loose. They're like webs almost, just strings of webs everywhere, right? Among them, almost like hair, right? So very thin strings. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so very thin string.
Are they told how to deal with traps?
They're just all over the
Can I
place.
take
It's
out
all a
my short
mess,
sword?
right?
Yeah.
So that's all. That's all you tell so far. Just tons of loose string everywhere.
All right. All right.
Could be a trap. Could be nothing. Right. That's just something you notice as you're moving your arms through the area. Is that what you're doing to detect traps, or are you using your
Yeah.
pole arm?
He would use his pole arm.
Okay. So from a distance, you're poking around, right, with the
Yeah.
blunt side of the pole arm, not to cut the girls, and you're feeling besides the rope that you're pushing up against, you're feeling strings in the air, right, all over the place, or webs, loose webbing everywhere. You're not sure if it's a trap or just nothing, right? Um,
Oh, Jesus.
so yeah, just a bunch of
To be safe and sorry.
string everywhere.
Yeah. To be safe and sorry.
You want to cut it, or do you want to just leave it?
Told how to deal with traps. Yeah.
What was that? You're cutting out. You're cutting out.
I've been told how to deal with traps. If you cut them,
I think he lost connection there. May I speak?
Go ahead.
I would like to tell Zeus,
if I'm still cutting out,
right? Zeus, get the fucking pole door thing that blocked the entrance. We're blocking this off, and we're getting ready over there.
Okay, so you want to go get the barricade?
I'm telling Zeus to get the barricade.
Oh, right. So, as John moved in to check out these strings, as Malarkey was watching toward the north, east, as Victoria was just standing guard, Zeus finished drawing that wall and discovered a secret entrance and starts to make his way out upon receiving orders from Odin. Back to John. I wasn't sure what you were doing because you were cutting out. Besides finding the strings. Yes.
Yeah. But just to be safe and sorry, I've been told if you want to take out tripwires, I'm just going to cut them to relieve. That's at least I've been told how to deal with traps with wire. Just to be safe and sorry, I'm just going to cut them. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do with tripwires, correct?
So you want to cut the... What are you doing? Like, are you asking me a question, or are you are doing something?
Yeah. Okay.
Are you asking Zeus a question? Because I don't know who you're asking. Like, are you asking Zeus, or are you asking me, or are you cutting strings?
I'm trying to cut the strings.
Okay, so you're just gonna cut them with your pole arm?
Okay. Am I cutting out again? Yeah.
Okay. So as John begins cutting at the strings with his
Just be
pole arm,
safe and sorry.
as Odin's continues to stand guard, Malarkey, is there anything else you want to do this next turn?
Honestly.
Nothing?
Didn't hear my name, sorry.
You're Malarkey.
Fuck. Okay. I'll move out of the way for Zeus.
All right, west or east or something else?
East.
Start to move east. John is slicing at the strings with this pull arm, right? So the pull arm is pretty sharp. It should be sharp enough to cut the strings. The strings are loose though, right? So as you cut at the strings, you're like trying to slice them. You have to hold them fast to cut them. Is that fine? Like you have to hold them while you cut them. Because as you try cutting with your pull arm, it just kind of moves with the pull arm because they're loose strings. John?
For fuck's sake.
So he was starting to cut at them and realizes they're not cutting immediately. So if he really wants to cut them, he will have to cut very forcibly as you, of course, pull against them and slice against them while they're fast, like tied against the edge of the blade, right? So they have to probably move the pull arm far enough to the point where, of course, there's some tension. That's one way you can do it. But simply standing there and trying to cut at them with the pull arm or slice them, it's kind of difficult, right? So it's just a bunch of loose string everywhere, strands.
Yeah. Can I take out my short sword and cut them?
It might be a
That
little
work better?
easier, yeah, and less awkward than your pull arm. But you would still have to hold the strings sturdy, right? Like you have to pull on them almost to get a good cut, right? Does that make sense? Are you willing to pull on the strings?
Yeah. But they're also very thin, probably even broken.
So you can pull on it a certain way that might be safe, right? Like if you kind of grab the strings from two sides and then not create too much tension, like not pull it against whatever it's secured against, right? Just kind of like hold it, put this blade in between and slice it, right? You want to do it like that?
What I will do.
Like loop it around the blade,
Yes.
right? And then slice. That way you don't have to pull on
Yes,
anything that
safe.
might be attached to.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay. In the meantime, it sounds like Malarkey's just standing out of the way so Zeus can head on out to get the pole barricade. Victoria's just standing on guard as well. Turn is passed. Let's see if there's any encounters. Right. Unfortunate.
Oh.
Let's check the word surprised. We are not surprised. They are not either. Starting distance. We'll do 9 yards, 27 feet from our position. We hear movement, right? So by the time Zeus left to go get the pole barricade, we hear movement toward the north, right, 27 feet away. We heard basically the sound of scampering feet almost, right, and moving down the tunnel, right. So let me see their reaction to our team real quick. Whether offensive or defensive. They are offensive. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, so yeah, like what we hear of course is scampering feet, and of course something just kind of rushing down the tunnel right now. Rushing down.
Ah, fuck me.
Right, scampering feet, something running down the tunnel north of the vines, right? So starting with Malarkey, what's your reaction to this? Prepare for
My
combat or
reaction to
something
this
else?
is turn immediately towards the north and get ready for attack.
Okay.
As I tell Victoria to go ahead and start casting sleep.
Okay.
And hold it until we see someone.
Alright, and then John, what's your reaction? We're about to engage into a combat, sounds like. Contact north.
He takes out, like I said, what he's doing. He's going to take out his short sword and he's going to go northeast with his short sword.
Northeast? Okay.
Ready for fight. Yeah.
Then move it northeast. And Odin, you hear movement from that tunnel north of the vines, possibly, right? You want to hold the position, watch east still, or something else?
I'm gonna get a fucking grenade.
Okay.
I'm getting a grenade, you know, slunging my shield, grabbing a grenade, and getting ready.
Okay. It's a small room, by the way.
Changing weapons.
But yeah, you're
Yeah,
pulling a
I
grenade
know.
out, dropping the shield. It's slung to you, so it's just hanging on you. And what actually happens is Malarkey turns, watches, right? We hear something scampering down. Victoria is the mid cast. John gets around. There's enough time for you guys actually. Whatever it was, sprinted down the tunnel at the rate of 60 feet in 10 seconds. So it's sprinted, a dead sprint. So it probably will arrive on scene within the end of the round. And basically, yeah, Malarkey, you know, you're watching north. Something sprints through the vines. It enters the chamber, and it just sprints forward toward Malarkey. Unfortunately, whatever it was indeed a dogman, right? A dog-like man. Shoot, we're at halftime. Okay, let's take a halftime break. 5-minute break. Cliffhanger, I guess. Something's gonna charge Malarkey in a sec, right? But 5-minute break. More than likely.
Alright.
That's why I got for ago. I sleep soon. It's a goal. I sleep immediately. Well, Ethan, you wanted to fight, didn't you? You got your fight.
Ethan.
Daniel.
He's cutting out.
Fight. Can you? I should be back
can
in
hear
the
you.
town. It shouldn't be cutting out.
Okay, we can hear you clearly now. Good.
Alright. I'm back in town, so there shouldn't be any more dead zones.
Good. So,
Yes,
Mike.
like I was.
So, Mike, we're fighting the north now. Zeus is getting the wall or the blockade thing, and I'm placing it. I'm thinking Zeus will place it where Odin is, and Odin is currently cooking a fucking grenade.
Understand that. I heard that. My original plan was just going to run out, but Malarkey decided to hold there. But
hey, if something's attacking me, I'm gonna.
Understand that, but I also originally thought we had time.
Oh, we don't.
Yeah, we don't have time. There's also after we clear this area, we must search for treasure because one thing
You know me, Ethan. I don't.
Yeah, but the one thing I understand is that when you enter a new room, you search for treasure because this was an unguarded room. So if we find treasure in here, it's gonna be a lot of treasure.
If it's unguarded.
Yeah. So we're definitely getting a lot of copper and possibly silver in this room if we survive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was an unguarded room, so.
We talking about the room, the hidden? Are we talking the hidden room, or are we talking the room Odin is guarding?
The room we're in right now, to all the people. It's an unguarded room, so if we survive this,
several of them are alive.
I understand that, but once we get them out, we can check this room for treasure. It's unguarded. I read the rules. If we search in here, we're guaranteed treasure since it was unguarded.
Maybe.
No, it's definitely, this is how making a dungeon works and stocking it and stuff. He rolled, I guarantee you, he rolled I think it was a 5? No. 5 on what's in here, or it's either 5 or 4. We got something special. So the special thing is all that prisoners.
Cool.
and he rolled no monsters in here, so there was no monsters in here guarding them, so there's unguarded treasure in here. So once we kill all these kobolds and get the women out, because I'm pretty sure he said they were women, we search for treasure, because there's going to be a lot of copper in here and maybe silver. It's a 50-50 chance, I think, for silver.
Maybe. Depends.
No,
Depends. It really depends.
Okay, whatever.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's just how it says in the rules, huh?
This is homebrew, bro.
It's house rules. As far as I know, there's nothing saying in the house rules that he changes treasure. So. As far as I know, if it isn't in-house, but you also can just change the rules as soon as I say. But understand how the rules work in normal game. Anyways, we have a couple seconds. I'm going to move up and attack kobolds while Odin's flying grenade. You also fight kobolds while your retainer casts sleep. All right, ding ding ding. Let's go.
All right.
No.
Welcome back. So, we left off with something charging Malarkey from the darkness, and Malarkey chose to stand his ground with the sword and wait for it. Is that right?
Yeah, as soon as it charges me, I'm going to swing upon it. Yeah.
Swing upon it. Right. So, you see this guy running at you, right? You have your short sword in hand. He's charging you, right? Full sprint. He's full sprint at you as you held your ground steady, and Victoria's in the middle of casting, right? And her spell could go off at the end of the round, right? Because it's the same round of combat. In 10 seconds, she'll launch her spell, but he arrives before the 10 seconds because he's gonna reach you before the end of the round with his sprint, right? So it allowed him 60 feet of movement, so very fast approach. John, of course, was in the middle of making his way around with the short sword, and Odin, of course, was turning toward the west, pulling his grenade free from his pouch after of course, letting his shield drop or hang loose by the sling. What actually happens, of course, the enemies don't want to tell you, but you can see what clearly happens. One kobold came sprinting down the tunnel with, unfortunately, a small siege weapon, a shrapnel grenade.
Oh.
Right, that's why he came running down. So he ran toward Malarkey, into Malarkey. As Malarkey's about to slash into him, he will probably be cut down, but by the end of the round, he will blow up, right? So Malarkey seems to charge you through the vines. He's holding it to his chest, a grenade, right? And he runs toward you, and you're about to swing on him, but if you want to change your move, like jump to the deck or something, you could try that. You could react to that as soon as you see him, right? So you can choose to stand and slash at him, or you can choose to maybe just jump and take cover. How would you want to do that? You want to dive to the west, down the tunnel to the west? Okay.
Yeah.
So you dive to the west, go prone, right? Victoria's in mid-cast, right? So because of that, unfortunately, he runs into her, right? And let's see if she has enough discipline to keep casting and follow your orders, or she breaks rank and does her thing like you, right? Like jumps to take cover. So we're going to do a discipline check, right? Because our orders were to cast. And 7's loyalty, so Malarkey has charisma of 11. So pass, she will do her job, right? She will do as she was told, which is to cast sleep upon seeing them, right? But her spell doesn't go off to the end of the round, and he reaches her before the end of the round, and at the end of the round, the grenade will go off, right? So basically,
Wait,
yeah.
the kobold has a grenade? Oh shit!
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's why he came sprinting. That was the warning, right? Like, why would he just sprint straight into our ranks, right, without any other assistance? Because he was a suicide bomber kobold with a small explosive device, right? Not the normal type of grenade, a kobold grenade, right? A small grenade. It is less area of explosion. It doesn't matter to. I shouldn't have to explain it because they're not telling you how their grenade's gonna go off, right? It's just gonna happen, right? We had the warning signs. That's about it, right? I gave you guys a chance to, of course, react to the warning, which was the warning sign is a visual cue, right? Malarkey sees a suicide bomber charging with a grenade to his chest, right? Kobold, right, just holding a medieval cannonball basically to his chest, about to explode, right? With the short, or the fuse about to finish burning, right? It was a long 10-second fuse, right? So he had plenty of time to just keep spreading before it blew up. All he has to do is close the distance, right? Get to the position or the objective. John, of course, was in the middle of, make his way jogging around the corpses with his sword, as Odin got his own actual grenade out, right? And then Odin, you see that happening, right? You pulled out the grenade. Do you want to just stand there after pulling it out, or did you want to light it too, or something else? Because pulling the grenade out took like 5 seconds, maybe, right? So from the pouch, you had like 5 more seconds to do something if you wanted to.
Oh, Dungeon Master, may I say something very quick?
Sure.
I did say I was just running northeast.
Northeast only? Okay.
I did not say I was.
Protecting Odin.
Yeah. So it's a little bit under Odin.
South of Odin. Okay.
Yeah. So if anything comes up, you can just stab it.
All right, Odin. Was there anything else you wanted to do, or just get the grenade out that round? Okay.
I was getting the grenade out, lighting it, and then tossing it east.
Alright, so lighting it then. So you pull it out, you start lighting it in the middle of the round, and against your torch, and then you throw it near the end.
Toss it east.
It'll blow up in the middle of the second round, because you lit it in the middle of this round.
Yeah,
so,
that's fine.
Alright, this guy has a 5-foot area of explosion. It's a small blast. Malarkey made it out of the blast radius, and he's also prone. The explosion goes upwards into Victoria, right? So he got to Victoria, crashed into her, and she was mid-cast and blows up, and more than likely kills her. It only deals 1d8 small explosive force, but it's enough to kill Victoria. There's a big bang, boom, right? Lots of smoke around it, right? Small explosive range, but lots of smoke in the area from that blast, right? And the Victoria was filled with shrapnel. Did my Discord crash? I think my Discord crashed. Did you guys hear me?
We did, but then you just went off.
Okay, so like I said, in case you didn't hear, he charged with a small medieval grenade. It blew up and dealt 6 damage to Victoria, right? So Victoria, I think, died. Yeah, she went to -2 hits. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
First casualty. Status, of course, killed by kobolds.
Not on.
Oh shoot. Okay. Alright. There you go. Right. So Victoria is killed in action, explodes. Malarkey hears her explode against the wall, right, as that kobold charged, and as soon as he died and blasted position, he was followed by other kobolds. He ran into the chamber carrying melee weapons like javelins and small shields, or daggers and small shields, or clubs and small shields and such, right? So they came rushing in. There was a total of... Alright, numbering 19 today, 18 remains. We got 1 kill. Let's see. This is a Wandering Monster Patrol, right? So, outpost numbers. Not layer numbers. Layer, as you already know, is a lot larger. What did you say? You cut out.
How much damage?
Victoria took 6 damage. So she had 4 total. She died. Yeah. Quite unfortunate. One of the better mages recently. Okay. So here they come. They came pouring into the chamber to take the position, right? It was a ambush, right? It looks like they're cutting off John and Odin from the rest of the team. But in the following round, the grenade landed here. It's gonna blow up in the middle of the next round, right? Starting with round 2 now, right? So round 2, ZEUS of course went out to grab the barricade source, and of course he heard the explosion now, so maybe he's gonna react. He's gonna make a morale check. Stasis plan does his job. That's good. Low is good for a morale check.
That's good.
Grabs the barricade and starts carrying it inside, right?
What about my retainer? Who was?
his
Who
job
will
was to
probably couldn't be
hold the
exposed.
position. He was ordered to hold it. There's no morale check for him because nothing was there to trigger it, but he might react to what just happened,
Right.
and that'll be a morale check, I guess, to see if he reacts to it. Basically, if he passes the morale check, he'll stay disciplined. If he doesn't, he gets curious and maybe wants to check that out, right? He'd
Right.
break morale, so not like the standard kind of morale, just like his orders, right? He doesn't follow the orders to guard the north. Instead, he turns around and is like, Zeus, what's going on, right? And Zeus is carrying the barricade, and he's like, you know, enemy contact, right? And of course, back to Odin for round 2. Odin, you toss your grenade. What
Right,
did you want to do after you
I'm
tossed your
tossing
grenade?
my fucking grenade west.
Yeah, you
Directly
did that.
at the forest.
You already did that last round,
I'm
so you grab another grenade or something else.
You know, yeah, I grab another grenade and immediately can toss it at them.
Okay, so light it and toss it again. So for this round, you'll pull out a grenade. Halfway through round, you'll light it and start throwing it. And it should blow up in the middle of the next round. Just constant explosives to the west. And so Odin's grenading the position, right? John, what did you want to do in the meantime? Just hold and defend Odin or something else?
I'm going to turn south and pull up my pole arm again because there's much more room for the pole arm to shrink down there. Correct.
So are you gonna sheath your short sword or just drop it?
I will just sheath it.
Okay, it'll take a few seconds, right? You look down, sheath the sword, grab at your pole arm, and prepare it for the enemy, right?
Yep.
Okay, they got 10 feet of reach, so if they get around the walls, you can start poking at them. Okay.
Yeah. He's focusing on the south right now. He thinks he's gonna. I don't need explanation.
Right. But yeah, you're a slowed attacker, naturally, because you're doing other things besides just attacking, right? So, delayed attack. Let's see. The enemy, on the other hand, right? They pushed in, and did we all get a chance to declare our action for round 3? Oh yeah, Malarkey for round 3, or not round 3, round 2. Malarkey, what's your second round of action?
I would get back up, and if there's, I'll grab that barricade, and actually no, forget that. I'm gonna get back up and prepare for attack.
Just hold your ground, ready to slash.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hold, you prepare to slash the enemy ranks, right? And what ends up happening is, of course, they poured into attack. You know, these two would charge you, and you have same size weapon, so it's initiative roll. It's 2v1 though, so go ahead and roll initiative 1d6 so you can get a first strike on them.
Roll initiative.
Yeah. I mean, it might not matter, but go ahead and roll anyway. See if you can at least get one kill in before they kill you.
Okay. I got 8 HP. It's probably
Okay, you might survive it then. You have 6 initiative, so roll to hit.
Get a 600 initiative.
This is happening throughout round 2. We're resolving round 2 now. Everyone has declared their actions. So, throughout round 2, as Zeus is pushing or carrying a barricade inside, Malarkey held his positions are slashing. Do you want to attack at multiple enemies or just one?
There's 2 in front of me right now, right?
There's 3, possibly.
Attack 2.
Okay, so if you want to attack 2, the idea is that weapon, of course, has to have the means to attack 2. So short sword, the only way you can cut through 2 at once with a single attack is you would have to slash. You can't pierce, right? So you're slashing with the short sword through them, right? And they have to be close enough. You're trying to slash through one and into the other. First attack is going to have a good chance to hit. No matter what, your damage will be halved, but it's okay because you're a fighter and all that. So you're really good at horde control. So go ahead and roll 2 d20s for your 2 different attacks. The second one is penalized about a -4 because it's cutting through cover. Oh, you already rolled it. 16 and 8. First one is gonna hit. Second one, I don't think that will hit.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Minus
yeah.
4.
-4 due to you have to cut through the first guy, right? +4 due to your fighting skill. And then, do you have any strength bonus?
I have a 13 strength, so +1, I think, right?
11. Okay, so missed by 1 point. Or actually, I can give you the height advantage as well. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So okay, in that case, you actually hit. Do you really want? If you really want, you can go for the third. If you go for the third, it's going to be 25% damage, right? So right now for Shirley, you're getting a 50% damage, right? But
No,
you have
we
a
go for
lot of
that too.
damage though, because you're a fighter, right? And they're pretty weak. So do you want to take the risk and go for 3? Slice through all 3.
No. And then for the last one, I'm gonna cut him down as well. For a different attack. I'm only attacking these two right now.
Okay, so for the damage though, because you used fighting skill on the second one, you don't get damage bonus, but the first one gets a damage bonus from fighting skill, half because of course you're attacking 2, so it's basically normal damage. So the first guy is only going to take 1d6 damage. The second guy on the other hand is only going to take so that 1d6 divided by also you're large too, that also factors in. So okay, starting with the first guy, standard damage for you is 1d6. It's doubled because you're a fighter, so your fighting skill, because you hit him without fighting skill bonus, right? To hit, so you'll do double damage because fighting skill is either +4 to hit or double damage. You start with +4 to hit if you miss the standard, right? And if you already hit without the +4 to hit, you do double damage instead, right? So that's how fighting skill is, right? So basically, because you hit the guy without the fighting skill +4 to hit, you get double damage for that. So the first guy here, right, you get double damage for fighting skill, double damage because of your size, and then half damage because you split the damage between 2 attacks, right? So total is just 1 double damage. So it's 2d6 damage to the first guy. He's dead, right? There's no chance. 2 to 6 damage, minimum 2 damage, and he has only a minimum 3 damage, because actually minimum 4 damage because you have a strength bonus. So yeah, he died. The first guy auto killed, right? Second guy there is a little more tricky. Second guy, you get a half damage because you went through 2 enemies, right? You get and then you get double damage because you're larger, and then no double damage because you have no fighting skills. Your fighting skill went to the +4 to hit, just to land a hit in general. So it's just 1d6, 1d6 damage. Roll 1d6. You got to beat a 4. 5. Okay, and +1 bonus is 6, and then that's a kill. Yeah. All right. So your first attack succeeds, and you had the initiative. So therefore, right after you slashed these two, the enemy arrived, and those guys who just cut through you were readily replaced by more that were right behind them. So as you cut through the first two, another two right behind them stepped over or stepped through and proceeded with their own attacks. So you're still getting hit 3 times no matter what. So, right, you just gotta clear 2 of them out. So, and actually the guys behind them just stand there and watch you. Right after you cut these guys, they stepped forward and stabbed with just like we can do that as well. But if we have the numbers. But yeah, since they have the numbers, they're able to do that. Right after you cut through these two, these next two just push up and stab 2. While this guy's cutting at you as well. So 3 attacks no matter what, but you got 2 kills. 1 at 20, 1 15 to hit. The 10 might miss or hit. Let's check. The 10 is gonna hit because they have +4 to hit because you're a large target. You're easy to hit. So 3 hits, 2 normal hits, 1 critical hit. The normal hits deal 1d2 damage to you. So it's gonna be 2 and 2, so 4 damage so far from the normal hits. Malarkey is huge though. He's at 4 hit points left. And for the critical hit, it's a standard 1d4. So 1 damage. Okay, the critical hit was a 1 damage. So, alright. So that would be, well technically, the normal damage is 1d4 divided by 2 because you're large, so it's 1d2 and double because it has to be doubled. So at minimum 2 because it's the crit. So it would be another d4 or another d2, but technically, yeah. So another 1. So it's minimum 2 damage with a crit. So you're at 2 hit points. You're still alive.
Oh.
Okay. Barely, but most men would have been killed by 3 such hits, including a crit, right? So 1 direct hit, and then 2 other indirect hits. Oh, also I forgot. If you're wearing body armor, which you are, you get half damage, right? Or depending on where they hit. If you're wearing armor in general, you're getting half damage. Right.
Yeah.
So, only that might be only against missiles. Let me double check. Forgot. Double check real quick. Armor half damage against missiles. Shields time to AC as cover if you're hiding behind a shield. Alright, so yeah, that's only against missiles. Melee weapons are normal. So missiles are half damage, right? They have a disadvantage against armor. So normal attacks like this though will do full damage. So yeah, you're at 2 hit points. All right. So after receiving 3 hits, you know, over here, and by the way, grenade will go off, but halfway through the round. They then movement to melee, so naturally, let's go. So pour it in.
Is it movement to melee is it movement to melee half of the round? If I remember looking at this.
Yep. So they're moving in, right? And just for like math reasons, right? It would have blown up halfway through while they were moving. The initial push, right, as they pushed in, would have been occurring before halftime. Throughout the round, they would have closed, and as they actually engaged in melee, the guys trailing behind would have been blown up, right? So, at least, naturally based on the spacing, you're gonna target up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 will die more than likely.
Yes.
Because the radius is 10 feet. You would kill some of the girls, the torsos, or the prisoners.
Listen, mate, we don't have a choice here. We need to survive.
Blows up, kills a good chunk of them. Total
What about
damage
their misery?
is 2d8 damage typically. And if there are... Yeah, it's just 2d8 damage straight. Okay, so they only have 1d4 hit points on average. So on average, this group had... Okay, so let's just... for the damage, Odin, roll 2d8. Determine the blast damage, right? If you threw it a good grenade or not. Odin.
Yeah, sorry, you cut
Right.
out.
2d8 for damage. The average kobold in this group has 4 hit points. So the average damage with your grenade is what you're rolling right now. 2d8.
Okay, 2d8. Let's
More than
see,
likely it should
we're
be a kill.
cooking here.
Alright, good.
That's,
Alright, so over the...
I like to reroll that.
Why? You already succeeded.
Alright. You already
Alright,
succeeded, no?
no, fair enough. I didn't fully understand.
That would be a waste.
So 5. That means several 8s of them die. We have a package that takes less.
And 2 of these have died. I'll indicate it with red. 1.
Yeah, that's pink.
So bad.
2. Actually, this one's dead too. 3 died.
Fuck.
So 3 girls died. They were just, you know, on the leashes, waiting there, right, sitting or laying on the floor or sitting up against the post or the wooden beam, and they died. They blew up and filled with shrapnel. Right, they just watched as kobolds charged in. Grenade went off. Technically, they were laying on the floor. Maybe they take less. No, they're too close to the blast. There's no way. All right. Yeah, they're dead. Maybe this one's fine. This one's laying. She's fine. Blast went up. She feels the force of the blast, but nothing actually hits her. Maybe she's like taking half damage at most, right? Can't really. Hopefully it doesn't kill her. She might have 1 to 4 hits.
No.
All right. She's at minimum hit points though. Yeah, I'm gonna say it killed her too. Okay, so she was just laying there watching the blast, and boom, right, dies. So girls just waiting in charge by kobolds, get blown up by a grenade blast, right? So just blasted into the beam or away from the blast and hit by some shrapnel, right? Roll over, die. It's a very unfortunate sight, but also very good. After seeing all these kobolds being blasted and killed, they charged on the tunnels. Remainder kobolds, whether they entered after or before, it doesn't really matter. But math-wise, we know that 3 pushed in from the 3 pushed in eastward against Odin and John, and another 2 pushed in southward. Actually, we'll do. No, they don't have an opening there. I don't think. one more to the south maybe, and then 4 to the north would make more sense. So yeah, 4 to the north, 1 to the south, just as backup after the blast went off. But you know, the blast went off halfway through the round, so these guys arrived halfway or before the halftime, so they were stabbing at Malarkey while that thing went off. These guys, of course, here were stabbing at Odin and John, or John, Polearm John was actually stabbing at them before.
Could
Hold up.
could I have?
Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Could you have what? You were lighting a grenade this round, Odin. This is round 2.
No, wasn't that last round?
No, you
Oh,
said
okay, this is second round.
this is
My
round
bad.
2.
I thought it was
It's
third.
still round 2.
My bad.
We haven't finished resolving it. Remember, we just went through the halfway point of the round.
Yeah. My
Okay.
my bad.
All good. All right. So the enemy, of course, these guys have attacked during round 2. All right, these guys here haven't attacked yet. So they were charging, but before they can even attack, Polearm John here, right, with this magic polearm, gets slashed right through him. However, in your way are some of the prisoners, right? So if you don't want to hurt them, you're gonna have to actually wait till they engage
He's
with
like,
Odin, and then you can start cleaving through them.
remember, this guy was willing to kill them because out of mercy. He was not here.
Okay, so you don't care, right? You would slash through them anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Yeah, because like, don't you realize something? They're horribly disfigured. They're not going to live a normal life. They're not going to be happy. This is a mercy kill to himself. Anyways, so roll d20.
So how they're moving in though is they're moving single file. So when you do a slash against them, right? It's one cleave. You would only get one unless you do a thrust. You might get to thrust through 2. So do you want to do a thrust?
Can I just do overhead on one of them?
Just one attack?
Yeah, because I don't think it's worth thrusting or anything.
Okay, so you're just gonna target a single one overhead smash on him, right? All right, roll to hit as they charge.
That is a 17.
More than likely hit, and an auto kill more than likely too. It'd be a D10 plus 1 from magic and plus 1 from your, or what's your strength?
He has 13, I think.
Okay, so yeah, minimum of like 3 damage. Let's see, this guy had only, and plus you have a double damage
He's
because
also
of course.
bigger.
Yeah, bigger, and you're
he's
fighting
also
skill.
bigger, magical weapon. There's no chance.
Magical weapon doesn't double damage anymore, but
Doesn't do. What does it do then? Just gets a plus.
plus 1 and hits magical creatures. Right.
All right, that works.
You still kill him no matter what though. So you kill that guy.
Yeah.
As these guys came charging. Now, the thing is that the grenade blast went off halfway through the round, and that triggered a morale check because over half of them died. So as they came charging in and the grenade went off and exploded and all that, you know, these guys, the idea is that they arrived to the east before it went off, right? So they were in the middle of charging east before it went off, right? Because they came in after these guys too, like they were spread out. Some of them came a little later, but more importantly, you know, and of course Odin got a grenade at the start, lit it, and tossed it, a second grenade, which will blow up in the middle of the next round. But they actually make a morale check, all of them. They pass, so they'll fight to the death. Okay, so besides the fact that, or despite the fact that some of them blew up and tons of them are dying, they pushed in ahead anyway. And Odin did throw his grenade, and they would crush to Odin, right? And one will go for John, but the 2 that went for Odin, right? Let's see, does Odin have a lot of armor on? Okay.
I do.
They'll go for normal attacks. Your armor is just Gamson and helmet at the moment, so.
I mean, yeah, but it's heavy.
It's the large version.
Don't. Oh, calm down.
All right. So your AC is currently, with the heavy helmet, heavy Gamson's 5. All right. Their attackers get a plus 4 to hit when they're attacking a larger creature. They get a -1 due to their height advantage or disadvantage. They get -1 because they can't see well in bright light, the torch light. So, or was that just daylight? Yeah, I think it's just daylight. So, let's see, because then they see normally in dim, or they see better in dim. They see normally in bright torchlight, and they see poorly in daylight. Yeah. Okay, so they seem fine. So, for the most part though, these two that try to attack you only puncture your gambeson. They don't get past your gambeson. So they came charging you, beating against you, and you tanked it, right? You threw your grenade, you try to block them off, like kick at them, block, protect yourself, and they throw a weapon or a swing weapon at you, and you're able to just absorb it with your armor, right? So you feel staggered, or maybe you feel like pushed, right? But no actual damage goes through your armor. This one here, of course, reached John after John smashed the one in the head with his polearm. It went right past that, of course, and tried to, stab John, right? So let's see if we got a hit. All right, no chance, right? Just weapon just glances off his cuirass, right?
Yeah.
And then, of course, this guy here to the south didn't just stand there. He did, realizing all these guys were busy attacking, he did a full sprint. He just started sprinting all the way around toward John, right? And he will get to attack John next round, but he just reaches John before this round ends, right? To flank John, right? And the whole time Zeus was getting there with the whole barricade. You know, he can't really see what's going on because the barricade's in the way. Shit. All right. So, round 3, starting with Odin. You got 3 up here with you. You want to just and
yeah, I'm immediately just gonna shield and Morningstar and whip the shit out of these motherfuckers.
okay, so just smash. Yeah, okay.
I
So
mean, a Morningstar is a ball at the end of a chain, right?
nope,
So
that's a flail.
That's a flail.
That's
Would
a
be a
flail. Shit,
Yours
I
is more
brought
like a
the
mace.
wrong weapon.
Points
Spike
are still
mace.
good. It's a spiky ball on a stick.
Yeah, I'll just hit the motherfuckers.
Okay.
with the-
I don't think this weapon can cleave. Unfortunately, it's not a cleave type weapon.
It's not a cleave weapon, it is a blunt weapon with
Yeah.
spikes on it.
So you can definitely only target one enemy with such a weapon, though, right? Once you spike one dead,
That's
you have
fine.
to pull out. And yeah, it's considered blunt and puncture at the same time. Okay.
I will attack the one that's attacking John.
Okay. So roll to hit, and then, or actually, don't roll to hit. You're just declaring action still. John, what do you plan on doing this round?
Okay.
Do you just want to? You're
Can I use
really
the
close.
back of my
So
pole arms have a spike at the end of them, correct?
not typically.
Like at the end. Really?
A glaive, sometimes it's do, yeah.
Your
The
standard
image
pole
I've ever
arm.
seen of a pole arm, they have a.
Your standard pole arm. You're asking for a second spike at the other half. Or are you talking about the spike behind the blade? Yeah, that's fine. Are you talking about at
Since
the
I always
pommel? A
seen
spike at the
images
pommel?
Okay,
No,
well,
there's
it's
definitely no.
better.
It's not typical for them to have that there. Right, we can look it up,
Yeah, that's fair.
but like the average pole arm
Every
doesn't
image
have
I've
that there.
seen, I was gonna say, every image I've seen, it might have been halberds I'm thinking of.
I talk about the spike on the
But,
other
yeah.
side of the blade. That's fine. Yeah, you have a spike there. All pole arms will have that. But if you're talking about a spike at the pommel, like the other end of the haft, then there's no way, right? It's just wood there.
Then I have to modify myself to be able to do that.
Well, the reason why you wouldn't do that is
Alright.
because you wouldn't want to hurt the people in the back lines, right? That would be a safety hazard.
Now, if you have your pole arm in front of you, you know you're supposed to have your pole arm in front of you, right? You're not. Okay, never mind. We're not.
No, I'm
Just
asking.
taking my time.
If you're,
I'm just gonna hit. I'm just gonna hit.
it
the
does
one
have a
that's behind
spike.
me.
If you're asking about a spike on the blade, it has a spike there. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Never mind. I'm just gonna hit them. I'm just gonna hit the kobold south of me.
Okay, yeah. Roll. Don't roll to hit yet. The guy there is very close, by the way. The polearm is almost unusable, right? So, you would have a disadvantage with such an attack because he's too close.
That's fine.
You have nowhere to back up, so he's very close. Malarkey, do you want to just keep trying to slash it with your short sword? The only way you can cleave right now is because you're going for the neck, right? So you're slashing your short sword through their necks naturally so that you can possibly hit 2 of them at once. But it's not really, short swords are not typically meant for cleaving, right? It's a small weapon, so actually technically maximum you might only be able to cleave through 2 at once, maybe. So it doesn't have a long
I'm gonna
enough
go
blade to
ahead.
cleave. Typically.
I'm low HP.
You want to back up, you said? Or do you want to keep... Or what are you trying to do?
Because I'm low HP.
You cut out again, bro.
So I
He's
cut out.
falling back.
Yeah, you're cutting out.
I said I'm gonna go ahead and fall back because I'm low HP.
Okay, I heard that this time. So Malarkey's trying to fall back. Do you want to say like Zeus, fall back so that he falls back too, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're telling Zeus to back up as you're backing up into the barricade that he's holding, trying to get in. And I guess you'll do a fighting withdrawal, so you'll slash them as you're backing up, right? Alright, so the actions were declared for round 3, so now we're going to resolve the actions. We'll start with the east flank, so we'll start with Odin. And, you know, halfway through this round, that grenade's going to go off, of course. It's not really going to do much of anything. Just going to blow up there and, I guess, secure the position in case anything else pushes, right? But Odin, you planned on spiking them with a Morningstar you were pulling out, right? So you were pulling out a Morningstar while you were being attacked, so Morningstar. And before you could even pull it out, 2 of them attacked you, right? Before you could pull it out.
Shield, if that's possible.
Okay, sure. You dropped the torch then?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, still a decent amount of light.
Precisely.
What kind of shield is it? Is that a heavy shield?
I think it just says shield.
Okay. And as you were pulling your Morningstar out and your shield free, right, or picking your shield from being slung around you, right, you just grab at it, you were being attacked, right? The 2 of them here attack you, landing 16 for each hit, plus 4, right? Penalties include the height penalty, so 15 to hit against armor class 5. You're
No,
hit twice.
Against armor classed with a shield.
Well, they stabbed you while you were pulling out your shield, so your shield wasn't benefiting you until you got your shield out, right? They didn't just watch you finish pulling your shield, right? They stabbed before you could grab your shield.
So I get hit.
You get hit twice. Taking a total of...
Half damaged.
Yep. So it's half because they're small. So you're taking...
3.
Well, these are D2s, so it'd be 2 damage each. So 4 damage total.
Oh.
Not 6 damage total. 4, yeah. Because it's D2s.
You do it by dice.
Alright. So you took... yeah, of course, because it's 2 separate attacks. So.
Yeah.
Alright. They're D2s, not... yeah. Okay. You're down to 3 hit points after being stabbed twice. And, as for John, he was trying to swing his polearm in close quarters. A polearm loses initiative in close quarters, naturally. And before you can even pull your blade, or grab at your blade close enough to the point where you can still use it, right? Because how you would move it is you would move your hands up toward the blade of the polearm so that you can actually use it in close combat. As you're reaching for that, right, so that you can use it in close combat, the enemies had initiative against you. And they chose, you know, you're facing north. You got one to the rear who has a huge advantage to hit you.
Yep.
And given that you're heavily armored, they're going to go for a different tactic. After the first guy glanced...
Grapple.
yeah, they're going to go for grapples. So they're going to attack your unarmored armor class to actually get a grip on you. So they kind of just grab
Come
on you.
on, let's
right?
go.
Alright, so 1 fails to count, or actually no, with the bonuses to hit. It should hit still, because you're large and easy to grab. So the guy here, yeah, he still grabs your unarmored armor class, which is only affected by your dexterity, right? Ability to dodge and parry.
What is my dexterity? Is it 9? It's 9? Okay.
Yeah, so you have armor class 9 then, against a 6, but it's plus 4 to hit, so it's a 10, right? And then maybe there's a high penalty.
Definitely. But that still hits me because I have armor class of 9, correct?
Well, I might miss by 1 point still. Yeah, so this guy misses by maybe like 2 or 1 point. Because, you know, stat goes low, all sorts of penalties. So he's not able to get a good grip on you, fortunately, this guy, right? This guy, on the other hand, grabs you from behind and tries to apply double his weight. He's doing a force doors on you. So you enter a grapple with him. He fails, so you have 60 pounds of encumbrance now. And basically, that renders you heavy footman, right? So you can still walk around, but you're dragging along a kobold who has his hands on you, right? Just trying to
That's
slow you
fine.
down.
And I can still attack.
Yep, and
correct?
you still attack the one in front of you because he's the one in front of you, right?
Mhm.
Roll a hit. And in close
All right,
quarters, it's very
let me roll.
difficult.
That's another 17.
Alright. You have a 17? Okay, so you have a minus
Another
1.
17.
You have a minus 4 penalty because of their small size. So it went to 13.
Of course.
And then you got a minus 4 penalty because the opponent's using close quarters, right? There's little to no space to actually use this weapon.
Right.
Or
Then, fighting skill.
fighting skill
Makes it
negates
back to
that.
13.
13, yeah. So it's a hit. And then the
And a
damage
height
should be,
advantage, +1.
yeah, more than enough to kill it for damage. Let me check its hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 4. So your minimum damage is, of course, double damage because you're larger. Yeah, I mean, it's still, with the slash, it's a D12. And then, of course, it's going to be doubled. And then +1 bonus for each strength bonus on the double. And yeah, it's more than enough to kill it. You auto kill it as long as you can land the hit.
Yeah.
So you auto kill a level 0 monster, right? Clearly, as long as you can land a hit. Level 1 with a magic weapon, so it should be easy. Alright, on the other side, we had Malarkey doing a fighting withdrawal, as 4 of them attacked him. He called out to Zeus to withdraw, and Zeus is not his retainer, so he'll make a morale check, or morale check is a loyalty check to either follow the orders he was given, which was to bring the pole barricade through, or to listen to you. He doesn't know what's happening behind the barricade, by the way. Like, he knows there's combat, but he doesn't know that you're fighting kobolds, or he can't see, right? So he's got orders. He's like, Larky, I have to push this thing in there, right? So he's kind of listening to you, but also struggles to listen to you, because like he's telling you why he doesn't want to, because he was told to bring the barricade in, and you're telling him something else. You're telling him to back out. So, unfortunately, that struggle or that conflict of interest, you can respond to him in a moment, right? Tell him why you want to back out, or yell at him to back out, or whatever reason, or whatever you want to do. But while that resistance is there, right? Like, or hesitation, right? The kobolds continue to attack you, right? Roll initiative.
Initiative, hold on. Slash. 2.
Alright, they won this time. I think that's 3 hits.
I'm
Or
dead.
+4, yeah. And with that, Zeus hears you get stabbed 3 times against the pole barricade, and Malarkey is killed in action due to that hesitation, right? Blockade. So Malarkey, you're run through, right? The enemy step toward you and shank you, stab you to death, and actually, they choose not to kill you though. They choose to capture. So they subdued you. The final blow was a subdual attack, right? So you would take hits, 3 hits total. You only had 2 hits left. So the first one, of course, weakened you. The next 2 were subdual, like they went for your limbs, right? So, or like they blunted their attacks and did half damage, so they didn't want to kill you. So the first one, of course, was deadly, so that they can actually secure the kill, possibly, or secure you. As actually, they all went blunt. They all went subdual. Realizing you were wounded and badly injured, with one club they busted open your knee. Another one ended up stabbing into your foot, right? And then a third one, as you fell over, he took his javelin and just stabbed it through your helmet, or into your helmet, but not through it, because it can't go through it. It's just a stab to at the helm, and that concussed you, and everything went. Maybe not everything went black, because you have a saving throw versus death, because they went subdual damage. So the minimum hit points is 0 at subdual. You can't go lower unless they hit you after you're subdued, then they can kill you. But go ahead and roll 1d20 to stay conscious with that blow to your head.
High or low?
You want high. All right.
Yeah, 5. It's fine.
It went black. So Malarkey, you're still conscious. You're not dying because you're subdued. You've got some injuries, of course, nothing serious though, and they concuss you. They knock you out. Right, everything goes black for Malarkey. You'll become a prisoner, and serve maybe as livestock or something to them. Right. All right. So, anyway, they knocked Malarkey out. Unknown to you guys, he could be dead, right? Zeus hears Malarkey crash to the deck, and maybe starts listening after that. Let me see his loyalty check. Past that time. So after he hears Malarkey fall over, then he starts to listen, right? He starts to back out and listen
How
to
about the
him.
mercenaries? Wouldn't they have come back at this point?
Yeah, by now I mean, it's been 30 seconds actually. It's only 3 combat rounds, so it's been 30 seconds since he sent him off. Right,
True,
so he ran.
but we sent him off like a while ago.
Yeah, 30 seconds
Before
ago.
Yeah.
Well,
Also, my retainer should be also coming down because he got curious. So
right.
he
He's
did-
down here. I mean, he can't do anything though because Zeus has been in the way. He's just there. No, he didn't come down. He asked. All he did was ask Zeus what was going on. That's
Oh
what
yeah,
he did.
he asked. Zeus.
I didn't say he was
Yeah,
coming
fair
down.
enough,
I
fair
said he
enough.
was just
My bad.
asking. So he stopped guarding. He started
misunderstood,
asking
so.
Zeus what was going on. Okay. Yeah, the guard was sent off, and he would maybe even if he came back with help. I don't know if they can do anything about a combat because they don't attack positions. They only defend, right? All right. But anyway, Malarkey would be knocked out, and Kobolds think they have a chance to win. Maybe. I mean, their job here is to defend the caves, and they were sent to assault your position or ambush you guys as you guys moved into this trap or ambush site. So I guess the fighting will continue. Yeah. Odin, roll to hit with your Morningstar. I don't think you rolled yet, right? So you're the last one for the round.
Oh, I haven't rolled.
Because
so,
you pulled it out and then it's time for you to
1d20. What's my modifier for strength? What's my strength? Nothing. Okay. 19 to hit.
Okay, nice. Roll damage.
What's
1d6.
the damage
1d6.
on Morningstar? 4d6?
1d6.
1d6. Okay.
Yeah. You do get double damage
3.
because you're larger, but it should be more than enough
So
to kill it.
6 damage.
Yeah, the
6
3 is already
damage.
enough.
Dead.
So you crushed one. And let's see. There's only 4 left. You've killed over half of them the first time, and over half of them again. So maybe we'll do one more morale check for these last 2 down here.
Please
Mhm.
fail.
Or last
Please
3, last 4.
fail. Please, for the love of
Or
God.
5.
Fail.
So the
We need to roll
starting
higher
numbers
than a
was
6 set.
the
Me
starting
too.
number
Okay, higher than a 6.
the starting number was 19.
Oh.
They dropped down to about 9 or 10 morale check. When they drop down to about 5, there will be possibly another morale check. Not typically, but there's technically only 5 left, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So this last one, it might not be a retreat, but it will be a withdrawal if they fail it, right? And not without loot. So they fail it, and that means that they're trying to get out with the loot, right? So while these 2 are fighting you, these guys are dragging off loot. Like this one here starts dragging this corpse away, right? This one here,
Is he capable?
not really. He's forcibly doing it, right? So he needs at least 2. So yeah, these guys, they're starting to drag. These 2 are dragging Victoria off, but this guy's looting Malarkey, right? So.
Malarkey's getting looted.
And turns out, I'm gonna say, yeah, they didn't actually kill Victoria when they killed her. They killed her with a shrapnel grenade. Yeah, they killed her. They didn't kill Malarkey. That's what I meant to say. They just are starting to loot him. He's unconscious. Zeus pulls out the barricade. ANSIL was concerned with what's going on. But in this next round, the round 4, Odin, you just want to keep smashing away or something else? So they're doing a withdrawal. This guy's withdrawing.
This guy, I'm hitting that motherfucker, and I'm hitting him hard.
Alright, Judd, he's withdrawing too, so he's backing up as he swings his weapon. Do you want to keep fighting him?
He was grappled. He was
hanging
grappled
on
to
to
me.
you.
I'm grabbing his ass.
Alright,
Yeah,
yeah,
Barb.
he was.
Come here, you little
So he's gonna
shit.
let it go in a second. You're gonna turn around and grab him. Let's see if you're fast
Yeah.
enough. Okay, so
Like,
basically how this next round's gonna go, starting with the west flank, we just know that these 2 are dragging Victoria's corpse off, right? They have a collective
They
pull.
can't be dragging it that far.
I mean, they have a collective pull of 60 pounds each if they're not forcing it, or not 60,
Okay,
120
yeah.
pounds each if they're
Yeah.
120 pounds each if they're not forcing, but 240 if they're forcing, right? So they're technically forcing, right? So they're pulling at a decent rate. It's heavy encumbrance movement, so maybe in 10 seconds if they force and sprint only, like drag her off, they can maybe get about 30 feet in 10 seconds if they like drag her with all their might. But yeah, maximum 30 feet. So they'll be dragging this round. They'll be dragging Victoria's remains away as Malarkey is being looted by this guy, and this guy doing his final withdrawal against John. So John, you turn around to grab him, right?
Let
And
go off of me first.
well, he lets go off of you, right? And you turn around to grab him. He was grabbing you from behind, so he had time to just let go, and he does a fighting withdrawal, right? So if you pursue him, he can fight back if he has enough reach, right? Which he doesn't. He has a smaller weapon. So as he carefully backs away with the shield in front of him, you can just swing on him with your polearm.
Yeah, can I subdue him?
You would have to use the flat of your polearm. So you would swing your polearm, but like not use the blades. You would turn it, right, and just it would automatic half damage, right, and a bonus to hit. So yeah, roll to hit. You're hitting with the side of the polearm, right, the flat side, the flat of the blade.
Oh my god. I rolled another 17.
Interesting. All right. You're using your own dice, right? Not the bot.
Yeah, I'm using my own dice. This sounds really bad.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna use a different dice for this. That's 2 luck. That's 2 luck. No.
Yeah, you're always lucky with your own dice. Let's see. All right.
Yes, it is, and I hate it because it makes me look bad.
Let's see. As long as it's random. Let's see. Okay. Anyway. So you hit him, and you have more than enough damage to knock him out. So he is knocked out as he tries to back out. Your blade or your polearm just goes right through his shield into him. You smash him into the wall, right? Odin, you try to kill this guy. He backs out, right? So he's backing out. You swing your Morningstar into him. He will defend himself, but your Morningstar has more reach. So you wait for him to back up some more, and then you swing. And he has no resistance, right? Because he's trying to retreat. So swing, you get a free attack against him. He can at least block if he has a small shield, which he does. You have small shields equipped. Clearly, that might be a hit.
12?
So -4 because of size. So it's an 8. Actually, you might miss. His shield might protect him. Yeah, you missed just barely.
I'll re-roll it?
Sure. It's worse.
Fuck it, win. Fuck it,
You want to fudge it or you want to choice roll it? Fudge it. Okay, auto hit. And yeah,
auto hit.
You want to kill him or you want to just knock him out?
Straight up.
Straight up kill him. So he backs up. With all your luck, right? You pray that you hit, and it goes through his shield into him and crush him under the weight of your Morningstar. Right, caved in his chest. Right, rip your Morningstar out of him. These guys, of course, dragged off Victoria. You can hear another troop further north cheering them on as they carry her corpse out. So, fresh meat, right?
And I still have one more grenade.
Yeah, the grenade earlier went off, by the way. So it just attacked or hurt no one. The last guy you got to worry about as you guys finish up this combat round, this last guy here just goes scurrying off to the north, right, with Malarkey's weapon. He just grabbed Malarkey's sword and sheath off, right, and just ran off with it. So still he hit really hard. So he ran off with the short sword. To them, the short sword is like a normal sword because they're small, right? So he's running off with the short sword.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to pursue him or just let him go?
Let's let him go, and I'll get what we can here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. We'll wrap up the adventure because we're almost out of game time. What's up? You have a question?
No, nothing at all.
So to wrap this adventure up, I'm gonna sum it up, right, and then we can go into post game. But unless you guys have,
I have a question for you.
Sure. What's up?
Since this is when it was an unguarded room, will there be unguarded treasure?
Sometimes there is, right? So if there was an encounter in here, depending on what kind of encounters are available, usually monster encounters in the chamber or traps usually indicate unguarded treasure, right? Specials, no.
Oh.
There was a special in here, right? That's about it.
Yeah, which is what's the thing. But here's the thing: isn't it not 2 rolls, a 1d6 and another d6, one for treasure and one for
Specials
special,
have no
or whatever
treasure
it's
roll.
called. Yeah, because that's what you're encountering in the room. There's another treasure roll, isn't there? You roll 1d6 for if there was a monster, trap, special, or nothing at all.
The monster was not in
another
this room.
d6 for
The monster was from a different room.
yeah.
So the treasure would be
Yeah,
in a
so
different
there's
room.
gotta be. Yes, so we're going to find the treasure. Like, look around.
Yeah, it's not in here. It would be where they came from.
Okay. Alright, that's fine.
So the monster encounter, yeah, they might have treasure, chance of encountering treasure, but that would be north of here, right, where they came from, not in the room that they ambushed you in.
Yeah.
They didn't come from here.
But there's no such thing as unguarded treasure.
Well, unguarded treasure can still be guarded. Unguarded treasure rolls are usually for, yeah, that's usually for like a empty space roll. If there's empty space rooms.
But because they rolled a special, it's not.
So did I get captured or did you guys save me?
No,
No,
you're
you're
fine.
alive.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
If there's unguarded treasure, there's no unguarded treasure here. I already declared it. You would have seen unguarded treasure at the start, or if there was, it would be hidden, right? It wouldn't be out in the open, typically.
Yeah.
Unless there were monsters
Yeah, it's not
to guard it.
so it's going to look around, find it. Yeah.
Yeah, so if
Okay,
you want to look
alright,
around,
I
you can. You don't
misunderstood
see
the
any. You have to
rules. My
search
bad.
hidden doors or a hidden wall, right? Traps and such.
Alright, my bad. Sorry. I misunderstood the rules of unguarded treasure.
Yeah, you're talking about encountering nothing and encountering treasure, right? So that's a 1 in 1/6. So that's the 1 in 36 chance.
Yeah, you have to roll. Yeah, you have to roll a 6. Then you have to roll a minimum of 4 of not encountering monsters, traps, and then treasure.
Yep. So if you're doing like room stocking, yeah, like there's chances to encounter room treasure that's unguarded, but it's pretty rare, right? It would have to be an empty room or an empty area, and if it's an empty area, it's 1 in 6. For there to be absolutely nothing there but treasure, right? And doesn't mean that the treasure will just be easily accessible though. Could be hidden usually.
Yeah. All right then. All right, that makes sense.
How I do my
apologize,
areas is I count every 10 feet as a room almost. So this has 4 chances to have 4 different encounters. This room, of course, was mostly empty. It had 2 different features: secret entrance, and of course a special. Right. Secret entrance would count as a trap, possibly, or special as well. So. All right. Anyway, yeah. Hopefully that answers your question. To wrap up this game, after the battle, your party will of course recover and begin securing the room. ZEUS would move in with the pole barricade, right after you guys drag Malarkey out of the way. You can put the barricade over the trap, or not the trap, the secret entrance, as to block it off.
We do that, yeah.
Since that's where known hostiles are from. The room can't be secured fully, but temporarily. So you can't have the mercenaries move in to guard it, because it can't be defended properly since there's an open exit to the east. Right? I mean, maybe they could, but they can't probably defend it because there's no defensible objects to protect them, right? So they only can defend typically areas that can be defended, right? If there's an open tunnel, they can kind of defend it, but there's nothing to close it off, nothing to block it off.
Makes sense.
Like a door. So it's not fully defendable, right? So yeah, you guys will be able to loot up though. They'll help guard the area maybe, but your job is to, of course, at this point loot up. So you would go around hacking off heads, grabbing the loot. I don't know if you can carry all the loot though. Let's see.
Yeah.
You have no vehicles, animals. You have some bags though. So let's see. But that's gonna
Yeah.
be mainly for the
And-
heads.
And we get the
Oh yeah,
the living
free the
women
women.
out.
So you would sever their leashes, and then carry them out, right? So yeah, you would
Yeah.
carry them out. It's a pretty gruesome sight, unfortunately. These victims of the war, right? But yeah, there was like tons of dead ones too, lying around, right? Buzzing with flies and maggots. The few that you pulled out are in horrible, death-like conditions, right? Either diseased, malnourished. They're everything. They're really disgusting, right? But you would pull them out and let the law deal with it, I guess, right? Yeah, you just turn them into the law, right? Like turn them into the army, carry them out to, I guess,
Yeah.
the soldiers out there, right? These disfigured women, right? Yeah, for the most part, they're all missing limbs. They're just prisoners. Let's see.
I mean, are there bounty? Is there some nobility in there? Do we get any cash out of the women?
No. The troops, the guard house though, or the army here, they'll pay you out for saving these women, rescuing them. Just a little funny, rewarding you for, I guess, saving them, right? They are, after all, people from down, so
Who we could.
you
Yeah.
saved who you could out there. The most they can do for you is, you know, these women were saved, and you know, they were prisoners of war. I guess your reward for saving them can be about 5 coppers each. There wasn't really a bounty to save them, and they don't really have much of a life after this, right? They don't really know what to do with them, not gonna lie. These are disfigured women. They'll be brought back to town, and I guess they'll have to find. They're disabled, disfigured women. They'll have to find a new life somehow, make a living somehow, right? Without any limbs, so it's pretty horrible. Maybe they'll just be put out of their misery, right, by someone else. Next, I don't know, put to sleep or something. Yeah,
So
it's
5
a
coppers
pretty
per
horrible.
woman, that's...
Yeah, they'll pay you for 5. Oh, they'll use the tax money and pay you guys for your job. They don't really, you're bringing them something they can't really. It's really hard to figure out what to do, right?
Yeah.
Like, what do we do with these, basically dead people now, right? Disabled people.
Yeah.
So
5 copper, that 30.
I think it's 5
plus
coppers fair, right?
and-
So yeah, because they're
Yeah.
okay.
That's 30 copper plus the kobolds, which
Kobolds
is
are
like
all 10 coppers
copper.
each. Yeah, for their heads. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women saved by your crew.
I did subdue one. Subdue a
Okay.
kobold.
Yeah, this guy was subdued, so he won't count as XP. You want to keep him as a prisoner, or what do you want to do with the prisoner?
I'm
Sell
going to
him?
interrogate him.
Interrogate him
If
first
he
and then sell
speaks
him.
common, if he
25%
doesn't speak
chance.
common, I sell him to sniper.
He does. Alright, so at some point, we'll discuss with him in a moment, but let's go over everything else first, okay? So we can, let's get everything else done first, and then you can have your talk with him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're almost out of time. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, so 14 kills. That's worth 7 experience points. And they're each worth 10 coppers, but then they also have some gear. The gear is worth about 3 coppers each, 2.5 technically. So when you sell it in town, get a calculator out. And so it's 12.5 each, so times 14, 175 coppers for the 14 here. For the prisoner, you would sell his gear too, so you would get an extra 2. 127 coppers. You wouldn't get any XP from him because you didn't kill him. You might kill him after, but and then you can get your XP. Or actually, he's not even worth any XP because he's half an XP. So it would kind of be useless to kill him. Might just keep him as a prisoner.
Yeah.
Or sell him.
That's why.
Sell him, yeah. Sell him will give you more money.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, yeah, you captured him. let's check if there's anything else saved from this run. So your rewards for this run were 6 disfigured women, which you turned into the law, right? Again, they don't have much of a reward for you for saving them. They'll send them back to their families if possible, but they ask you, some of the guys ask you personally if you want to just put them out of their misery, right? I mean, you guys have clerics with you, so it's technically not, you know, that shouldn't be done.
Yeah, we can't.
You know, maybe they can be sent to the church to
Have a
do
cleric
some
with us.
other job. They can get prosthetic limbs, actually. Prosthetic limbs do this, so. Alright. You know, peg legs and shit, or gauntlets, and maybe more advanced things. They have the money to buy it, but yeah, they'll probably get some prosthetics eventually, or wheelchairs at the very least, and, or some other job, right? Some other way to make it. Their families might take care of them, so yeah. Okay, so you dealt with a woman, you dealt with the kobolds. You had 3 women that you dragged back to be buried, I suppose, right? Not just leave them in there. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see. I'm gonna say that saving these women did get you reputation, recognition, and fame. Not a lot, but a little bit. So they're each of me worth, I'm gonna say, 0.25 XP each. So for saving 4 of them, you get 1 XP. So I'll round up though. If you choose to kill this guy, I'll round up. But if not, you'll get 1 extra XP for saving the woman. For the prisoner though, you can begin your role play with him. So after capturing him, right, and waking him up, forcing him to wake. Let's see if he wakes up though. Let's see. He is dead, blacked out, almost dead, right? So he does not ever wake up. Like you can get him to mumble, but tonight he's just too injured to actually speak. So you have to keep him as a prisoner to interrogate him another time, or do you want to just kill him and get the XP?
Yeah. I take him as a prisoner. Like you will tell him what's ahead.
All right,
When he
so
wakes
he
up,
is
I'm
your prisoner then. He belongs to you then, or?
Yeah, I'm taking him.
Okay, so John claims this prisoner.
I'm taking him as a prisoner.
Right.
Yes.
And I think that concludes all profits. Victoria's corpse was carried off, unfortunately, but with the share you can pay off her family, right? At least the family will get some XP or money as well, right? So when it comes to, no, the prisoner, we'll just have to capture him, drag him off. Do you have rope to secure your prisoner? That's like the bare minimum, right?
And I just, since he's unconscious, he's probably gonna be unconscious a while. Can I just go to the siege camp, buy some rope?
Oh yeah. You would
Can I just?
Yeah, do that. Go leave him with your crew for a bit. Go back to siege camp, buy rope, come back, just tie him up, and then drag him off wherever you want to take him, or carry him off. Okay. Let's see. All right, very well. That's fine. I'll just knock off 1 copper from here. How's that? So 126. All right.
That works.
So now we can divvy up the loot. So when it comes to divvying up the loot, we had, of course, ZEUS, ANSIL, Malarkey. He was only unconscious. You guys were able to save him, right? So he's busted up and injured. He'll probably
No level drain.
no. There's still level drain. He went down to 0 hit points, so 1 level drain. But he'll if you get XP, he'll go back to level 1. So let's see.
Okay, so he immediately level up a stat again.
All right. The enemy, of course, badly injured him though. So they, of course, brought him to 0 hit points. They level drained him to level 0. So he lost competency after being crushed, right? Ability to adventure. His hit points went down to 5, or not 5. Sorry, it's a D4 at level 0. It's 3 max hit points, so 0 out of 3. And of course, ability score decrease. Because they went for his legs, I'm gonna say the strength will be decreased. So strength was decreased. Either have or roll to lower it. Okay, so it went down to 11. Alright, and then of course, after lowering strength, let's see. Okay. No, they'll do half because reroll is not good. Yeah, they won't do half. So, alright, so they have your strength. So it went from 13 to 6. And of course, you do get XP more than likely, so you'll be able to just recover from this loss. It's not a complete loss, right? So because of that, you regain competency immediately. You survived the battle, and it wasn't in vain. So therefore, you gained competency again, regained the ability to adventure, resolve, right? So you lost it, you got it back. When it comes to the XP splits and such, we had a team of 6 total, Victoria included, because she might get some anyway for her next kid. Actually, she is captured, not, oh no, she is dead. She confirmed dead, yeah. She's confirmed dead, but her remains were captured. So, killed and looted by kobolds. Okay, so we can't inherit anything, but money-wise, some money will go to her bank so that her next of kin can inherit it. So, for the splits, we'll do, I'm thinking, let me know if you disagree, but our player characters get full shares.
Is not any fucking XP.
Okay. No XP but money, right?
Hey, he did his. Yeah,
Still gotta
I was
pay
gonna say, Zeus did do his job as a thief. He just hesitated at the very end. So I think he should at least deserve half share. Like, well,
Okay, yeah, so Zeus gets his half share,
So you're saying
full shares.
Yeah.
Okay, ANSIL gets a quarter
fine.
share or a half share? What kind of share does ANSIL get? Half share still?
No, ANSIL gets a half share. Yeah.
Okay. And then Victoria gets a half share or full
he
share?
did his what I.
She still gets a
right?
share.
Half share.
Half share.
Yeah. Like,
Alright, so let's do the math real quick. This is 3 full shares. Okay, the shares are considered to be odd, so if we made it even, it might be easier. Do you guys want to do it? If we can give one person one more half share, it might be best. So if we give a half share to one of the NPCs or to one of you guys, the math will be easier.
I mean, if Victoria does not get any XP, the math will add up. She's dead.
I'm talking about the money.
Oh, the money? Yeah, that's a different story.
So if we can give
ANSIL
someone a...
gets... No, you know what? Fuck it. John, you're getting another half share. Congratulations.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, Odin did kill a bunch of them, though. That extra money could go to more grenades. So, there's 2 good reasons. John, because he led.
Right.
Odin, because he got a bunch of kills.
I say Odin gets extra for those grenades. Like, just think
Killed
for those
8.
grenades. That really saved their asses.
Siege weapons. That should be able to afford you an extra grenade if you get the extra half share. So, let's see. Alright, so in that case, Odin gets 3 shares. Everyone gets 2. The retainers get 1. And that should be equal or an even number of shares. This is 3. Plus 3 is 6. Plus 2 from here. Each is 10 total shares. 126 divided by 10 is, of course, 12.6. There's some remainder. But each normal share is 12 coppers then. So, and then 12 times 10 shares is 6 coppers left over, which will go straight to Odin then. And can help him afford a grenade. So, in the end, basically, it's 12 for 1 share, it's 24 for normal shares, and then for Odin's share, it would be plus another 6, or no, sorry, plus another 12, so it's, or plus 18, so, because he got the remainder as well, so, 18, so, 34, 42, yeah, so Odin gets 42, everyone else gets 24, and the retainers get 12. And that should add up to 126. Let me double check though. So 12 times 3 is 36. Times or plus 48 for the normal shares. And then plus 42 for his. Yep, exactly 126. Alright. So let me pay you out your money first and then we'll do XP after. So John, money wise, today earned 24. He went to 27. ANSIL earned 12. He went from 0 to 12. Odin went from 0 on him to 24. Zeus went from 0 on him to 24. Or no, 12. And Malarkey went up from 0 on him to 24. Oh wait, Odin actually went, he got the 42, I mean, 42. Okay. And then of course John, or no, Victoria got 12. Yeah. And then XP. When it comes to XP, it should be 1 each for everyone, including maybe the NPCs if you think, right? And then, or do you not want to include the NPCs when it comes to XP? Because they technically didn't earn any of the XP, I think, for this one.
Yeah.
I mean, they helped out. They helped
That's
carry the
fair.
corpses out and people. So if you want to help them progress, you know, I say it's, you know, it's your guys' discretion here. Like, not saying they don't deserve it.
Zeus did do his job as a thief.
Yeah, he did detect
And
shit.
so did Ansel. Ansel did also do his job.
It's a guard, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, he did do it.
All right, so 1 XP each.
God, I wasn't trying to kill him.
Okay, so you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 XP each.
So 1
that's
each,
fine.
and you all get 2 then, right? So that should add up to 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Victoria
that
got none for this one. She just died, but she got paid at least. Malarkey got 2. So therefore you get to level up back to level 1. For hit points, go ahead and roll a d8. And then we'll roll 3d6 to repair your strength as well. You might come back
I got
stronger.
14.
Okay, yeah, you came back stronger.
And I got 1, just the 1 you gave
So
me.
you'll
This guy
stay at
immediately just
3
gets
hit points then.
muscle.
So your
Along
your
with
resolve has been weakened, but your strength has been increased, right? You've realized that you're a lot stronger than you thought, a little stronger than you thought you were. 14 strength. All right, but of course, after that, after suffering all those injuries, yeah, your hit points remain low. Your resolve, your will to survive adversity is not as strong, or confidence and adversity. Okay. Zeus, you gained 2 XP. You went up to 3. Odin, you went up by 2. You went up to 5 now. Anzo gained
No,
1.
it's double. No, it's no longer double.
Yeah, it's no longer double. John, of course, you gained 2, so you're at 10. You're halfway.
Halfway.
Nice. Alright.
Well,
Good job, gentlemen.
we're
You
halfway
succeeded in the
Yeah, we did
expedition.
hit. Holy crap.
You cleared the cave here. It can be secured to some extent. Not permanently secured or anything, but like it can be secured to some extent. So the kobolds were driven off. A band of mercenaries can move in, build a campfire, and kind of guard the entrances, right? The east and the north to some extent. So you cleared it, but it's the new, front line on the east flank, right? So cleared a good chunk of it successfully. It smells bad in here, but they'll do their best to man the post so that next time when you come back, you can proceed from there, right? Not have to reset.
Yep.
Okay, so that is their job.
I'm excited for
Alright.
next game. Yeah.
Okay.
We're actually making progress in the south.
The fire will be here. It's the most safe spot for the fire to be. So we had at least a couple guards in here. One to watch the east, and then one to watch the north.
We did good, everyone. Well, all the main players survived. Only one retainer died.
Wait, who died? Oh, wait, yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
Yep, good job. You guys did good today.
Yeah.
Right, but yeah, we've taken this position, we secured it. You successfully have taken the eastern cave now too, so we're making good progress. Okay, let's see. Yeah, definitely making some
So,
good
will
progress.
there be any other games tonight, or?
No, I got work to run this next few days, so unfortunately. But look forward to games, I guess, starting on Wednesday or Thursday, I think. Yeah. So that will be Wednesday or Thursday. That'll be about 3 days, 2 to 3 days from now. It'll be the next few games.
All right. Well,
Yep. Thanks for playing, guys.
I should be there for a Wednesday one, and might be there for a Thursday one. Well, have a good night.
Yeah, take care.
I might be able to do that too, actually, interestingly enough.
Nice. I'll see you there then. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
Thanks for playing. Appreciate it.